Hi, yes, we are live now. We're also going live on Instagram. Welcome to our Sunday live streaming. Who is live? Who is live? Okay, we are not live on Instagram now. Let me shut that down. We're live on Instagram now. Let me, okay, arrange the camera and make sure that it's. So we're live on Instagram now. If you are okay. So the topic of today is Ajé, Orisa Ajé in the present day in our present day life. If you can hear me, please let me know. Those on Instagram have been complaining that the voice is low. Please, um, then ignore the noise. Oh, there's a church close by, and you know those people, they will not stop shouting. So, in case you can hear any background noise, it's from the church close by. Share this live streaming, share it, like and share, like and share. Let's give a few minutes for more people to join us before we start. If you can hear me, if you have joined and you can hear me, please can you say hi? Can you let me know you can hear me? If you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. I need you to type in the comment section that you can hear me. So today we are talking about Orisa Ajé in the present day dispensation. I know that a lot of you, in fact, more than 70% of the total population of people on earth, all we're talking about money. Now, if you are not Yoruba, Orisa Ajé is the Orisha for wealth, for money, and for financial increase. Wealth, money, and financial increase. That's what Orisa Ajé stands for. And I know that every morning we're hopping from one sorry, I have a cold. You are hopping from one TikTok page to another Instagram page, waiting for somebody to pray for you for Ajay. You are praying for money, you are working hard for money, you are fasting so that you can get money. Everything is around money, sha. Gbogbo wa tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́, iṣẹ́ owó là ń ṣe. Please, if you can hear me loud and clear, I need to know Instagram people particularly. Instagram, I'm particular about Instagram. Somebody said loud and clear on TikTok, that's fine. Instagram followers, if you can hear me loud and clear, please do let me know. First of all, we start by making our IBA. I've told you, for those of you that are transitioning from church or from other religions to Ìṣẹ̀ṣe to Ifa, this is how we start everything that we want to do. You make an IBA. IBA is when you pay homage to Eledumare. Now, the hierarchy goes like this: to Eledumare, all right, to give Iba to Olodumare, the creator of everything that was, that is, and that is to come. And that is the only being that we worship. For those of you that are still thinking inside your mind that these people are worshiping Orishas, no. Olodumare is the only one that we give all our homage, pay all our thanks to. So we start by giving Iba to Olodumare. Then we go further to give Iba to. Somebody said the network is bad. Is that your end or here? If I'm still streaming live and it's seamless, please let me know. Then we give Iba to Ajagumale, Oluwo Odiorun, the Oluwo of heaven is the next that we give Iba to. Then to Àwọn Ìyá, the ones that Eledumare gave this earth to rule and to judge this earth, to put the balance in the earth. Then we give homage to all the Orishas, to our fathers and mothers who have gone ahead of us, to our ancestors in that hierarchy, and then to our physical fathers and mothers that are present who have done these things before we did it, and it has worked for them. And you know why we do that? Because in Yoruba they say, Ewúrẹ́ tó bá wọlé tí ò júbà, òun ló di ẹran tá à mú so. Àgùntàn tó wọlé tí ò júbà, òun ló di ẹran tá à mú so. Wọ́n ní ẹni tó bá júbà á roko dalẹ̀. Meaning that if you go into a place and you don't pay homage to those that are there before, they will tie you like this, like a goat, and hold you down. Yeah, there's no way you are going. But those of us that pay homage to the people and the powers that be, Amale Roko Dale, we will be allowed to farm and harvest good things until night time, which means that the homage is as important as, if you want to get blessings and constantly get blessings, pay homage to those that is due. Don't come to Isheshe and be raising your children. You know that in where you're coming from, you wear fine clothes to church on Sunday and everybody will be giving you space and your mouth is too big to greet anybody. You do not come and do that here. You pay homage to, even if it's a little child that has gone ahead of you in this journey. All right, please continue to share and like and do all your good stuff so that we can get more people on the live stream. Akoda ayé ìbà, ìbà ṣẹ̀dá, ìbà Elédùmarè, ọba aládé àlàáfíà, ìbà àwọn tó tẹ̀ ká tó tẹ̀, Ajagunmalé olúwo òde ọ̀run, àṣèbà ọ, ìbà ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin arógbáṣọ tí ò ń balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ lọ́mú, ẹ̀yin ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà, ajúbà yín o, àníkẹ́ jẹ́ kí bà wá ṣe. Ìbà àwọn tó tẹ̀ ká tó tẹ̀, ìbà àwọn tó tẹ ìlú yìí dó, ìbà àwọn tó ti ṣe ká tó ṣe, àṣèbà yín o. Gbogbo àwọn bàbá bàbá àti ìyá ìyá tó wà lórí live stream yìí, mo ṣèbà yín o, ẹ jẹ́ kí bà wá ṣe. Gbogbo àwọn ìyá wa, bàbá wa, àwọn ọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá sáyé, àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú wa àtàwọn tó ti rebi àgbáre, àṣèbà yín o, àníkẹ́ jẹ́ kójú wa ṣe. Wọ́n ní àdáṣe ní hun mọ́, ìbà gbọ́dọ̀ hun mọ́ ènìyàn. A ti ṣèbà lénìí, ẹ má jẹ́ kó hun wá. Báwọn tó lọ níwájú ṣe ṣe tójú wọn ṣe, ẹ jẹ́ kójú wa ṣe o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Òrìṣà ajé la fẹ́ wá kọ́ lénìí, àṣèbà ajé. Nílé lóko níbi gbogbo tí ajé ti ń jẹ́ wa, àṣèbà o, àṣèbà orí wa, àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá. Wọ́n ní ṣèbí orí ló yẹ ká kọ́kọ́ bọ ká tó bòrìṣà, nítorí péjọ tó rí ń gbé ni, níbo làwọn òrìṣà tó kù wà? Àṣèbà orí wa, àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá wa, kí bà wá ṣe o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àṣẹ. All right, so there is a new word I just learned on TikTok. They say you should continue to tap. I don't know what that means. TikTok is new to me. I'm a very gentle girl on Instagram, but this TikTok seems to be a crazy road. So whatever you're supposed to do, guys, you already know on a live streaming. So keep tapping, keep streaming, keep sharing, and keep liking. And to all those that have been giving us gifts, either in the online space or into our, what's it called? In our accounts, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, mo ní ajé á wá yín rí, ajé á jókòó tì yín. Ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti ń mú owó, tẹ́ ẹ ti ń mú ajé, tẹ́ ẹ fi ń support wa, ẹ ní táwó ná níbẹ̀, ẹ ní fọwọ́ kan ìsàlẹ̀ àpò, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ wà ní bí ajé nínú, ẹ máa lájé lọ́wọ́ ni, ẹ ní lọ́rùn, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Fáwọn tó dẹ̀ wùn láti ṣe tí agbára yẹn ò sí, mo ní kí ajé wá yín wá, kájé multiply lọ́wọ́ yín. Let wealth multiply with you. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àṣẹ. Please let me bring my bottle. So it's going to be a long ride. Get your pen and your paper. You see this particular live streaming, you want to learn something. Remember that our live streaming is being recorded on Instagram, so there will be a replay on YouTube when we are done with the editing. But while you are still listening, I beg you, with everything you hold there, write something down. You are about to learn about the Orisa Ajé in a way that you have not learned about Ajé before. Ignore my background noise. There's a church here, but they will soon be done so that we'll be able to hear each other clearly. So, what is Orisa Ajé, or who is Orisa Ajé? Ìgbà tí Orisa Ajé ń ti kọ̀lé ọ̀run bọ̀ wá sáyé, ó bá wọn babaláwo ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀, ó dá Ifá sí. Ifá ní kí Ajé rúbọ iyì ẹ̀yẹ. Wọ́n ní kí Ajé rúbọ, Ajé gbọ́ bíbọ ẹbọ, ó gbọ́ rírú ẹbọ ó rú, ẹbọ ẹ̀ fín, ẹbọ ẹ̀ gbà, ẹbọ ẹ̀ dòde ọ̀run. Ìgbà tájé délé ayé, Ajé di ẹni tá à ń kẹ́, Ajé di ẹni tí gbogbo ọmọ aráyé ń wá, Ajé di gbogbo ẹni tí ọmọ aráyé ò lè ṣe nǹkan lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Ẹbọ ló ní kájé rú o, Ajé sì gbọ́ rírú ẹbọ. When Orisa Ajé was coming from Ọ̀run to Ayé, is not heaven, is Ọ̀run. Just take it like that. The Babalawos of Orisa Ajé, they divined for Orisa Ajé. Orisa Ajé was making a request. How would I be able to come to this earth and have honor, dignity, pride, and be valuable, so that these sons of men, this very rude and disrespectful generation, will constantly be giving me the honor that is due to me. His Babalawos allowed him, advised him, or gave him instruction to do a tutu and ebo. Ajé did a tutu and ebo, and it was accepted. And Ajé has become that Orisha, without which we cannot appease other Orishas. Ajé ní tóun ò bá sí nílé, ká má dábàá lẹ́yìn òun. If Ajé is not with you, you cannot make any decision outside of Ajé. You will wait until Ajé comes. So Ajé is that Orisha for financial increase, economic wealth, and every other thing that has to do with money. Òun ni Yorùbá ṣe máa ń sọ pé Ọlọ́run má san wá ní arúgún ajé. You see, there are two sides of this thing. I know you have heard a lot about Ajé, and all you have heard is that Orisha that gives you money. It is true. There's also a story in one of the Odrifas about Ajé. Ìgbà tí wọ́n lọ sí ọjà, oníkálùkù ló ń ra nǹkan tó wù, wọ́n ń ra ẹrú, wọ́n ń ra ìwọ̀fà. Ìgbà tó débi tí Ajé jókòó sí, wọ́n ti dáfá fún ẹni yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ pé tó bá dé ọjà, farabalẹ̀ kó wo nǹkan tó máa rà, kó wo ẹrú tó máa mú lọ sílé. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ń sáré kìtìkìtì kàtàkàtà nínú ọjà, oníkálukú mú ẹrú tí ara ẹ̀ dá pé, tí gbogbo nǹkan ẹ̀ dá. Ó dẹ̀ ní sùúrù. Ìgbà tó ní sùúrù tán, tí gbogbo èèyàn ti ra ọjà tán, tó ti ra gbogbo ẹrú tí wọ́n fẹ́ rà tán, ó wá lọ síbi tí àwọn awo ní kó lọ. Ó débẹ̀, ó rẹ́rú yìí níbẹ̀, ó sì rà, ó mú wá sílé. Ìgbà tó délé ló ń béèrè pé ẹrú tóun ní tó kàn jókòó sílẹ̀ bí ọba báyìí, tí ò tiẹ̀ bọ́ síbì kankan máa ṣiṣẹ́, wọ́n ní kò ń ṣe nítorí iṣẹ́ ló ṣe ra irú eléyìí, ẹrù tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ òun ló ṣe rà á. Ní Yorùbá ṣe máa ń sọ pé ẹni tó ní ẹrú òun ló ní ẹrù. Ìgbà tí wọ́n ṣí ẹrù tí Ajé gbé dání, wọ́n bá owó níbẹ̀, wọ́n bá ọlá níbẹ̀, wọ́n bá ọlà níbẹ̀, ìgbéga wà níbẹ̀, ìlọsíwájú wà níbẹ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan tí èèyàn ń ṣiṣẹ́ owó fún, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló pé sára Ajé. Ló bá wá di pé gbogbo ẹni tó bá lájé, òun ló máa ní gbogbo ẹrù tí Ajé kó dání. Ìwúre tí mò ń ṣe fún yín ní àárọ̀ yìí ni pé gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá ń yà sí, Ajé lẹ máa bá ń bẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin ò ní fi Ajé sílẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ máa bá wọn wá owó. Ẹ ní fi Ajé sílẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ máa bá wọn wá ọlá. Ẹ ní fajé sílẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ máa bá wọn wá ọlà. Ajé gangan lẹ máa wá. Ajé gangan lẹ máa kò. Ajé gangan ló máa jókòó tì yín kẹ́ ẹ lè rí owó àti ọlá àti ọlà àti gbogbo ẹrù tí Ajé kó dání. For the benefit of those that don't understand Yoruba, I just narrated a story for you from one of the Odrifas. He was talking about a particular man who made a divination when he was going to buy the slaves from the slave market. When he was about to go, his Babalawo divined for him and said, "Don't rush when you get to the market. All the slaves will be showing themselves off. This one is very strong. This one is this. He can carry 3 bags of cement in a day. He can clear an entire acre of land in 2 minutes. But hold on and wait. There is that particular slave that will not show himself off. In fact, that slave will be looking like he's prideful." And he did as his Babalawo instructed and waited until the close of the market and saw this particular slave sitting there with pride, with honor and dignity. And he said, "Okay, this is the one I want to buy." And he bought the slave and took the slave home. Now, the slave is still in his house, sitting like the owner of the house, not wanting to do anything at all. Then he went back to his Babalawo and said, "The slave that you asked me to buy, I don't know if he's the master or I am the master, because it looks like something is missing around here." And his Babalawo told him that, "Check the bag that slave is carrying. The luggage that he came in, that is the reason you bought the slave. And inside the luggage was wealth, was riches, abundance, prosperity, and every financial increase, every financial gain that you can think of which is why Yoruba says the person that owns the slave is the one that owns the luggage that the slave is carrying. Ẹni tó bá ní ẹrú, òun ló lẹ́rù. Now, most of us are running around every day looking for money. Oh, it's all about the money. Where is the next place? I want to do this, especially those of you that are running to do Ishefa and Itefa, because they said immediately you do your Itefa, you will become Dangote. You are lying to yourself. Oh. We are going to get to that. Those of you that are always looking for the next powerful priest to do one soap for you, looking for money, why don't you sit down and understand how to get Ajé itself? So that the moment Ajé comes into your space, Ajé is coming with every good thing that it represents, every form of financial increase that it represents. Now, that's our introductory story into Ajé. Now that you know what Orisa Ajé is, now that Orisha is the one that is represented with the cowrie shells, Owó Ẹyọ. And remember that there was a time that the cowrie shells was a legal tender. It was the money that was being spent at the time. Somebody is time. Somebody is time. Somebody is during the week, and every other live streaming we have done would also be on YouTube. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for tapping. I think that's the new word I just learned. Thank you for all of it. So now let's get into Orisa Ajé in modern day. So there is an Orisa Ajé. I mean, we're all looking for it. So, Priestess Ewa, Iyanifa, can you skip to the part of where we are going to find the Orisa Ajé? Now, let's start from how all this came into being. I said that Orisa Ajé is represented by the cowrie shells, Owó Ẹyọ. And every time you see the Igba Ajé today, it is woven with the Owó Ẹyọ. Now, there was a time that the Owó Ẹyọ was a legal tender. It was money that was being spent. Now, think about it. Money, which is a legal tender, is a controlled tool. It's not something that will be available to just anybody anywhere. Just like the central bank of your country controls the printing and the circulation of the currency. So there was a time that cowrie shell, Owó Ẹyọ, was controlled in availability and production. How? Look at how we can find it everywhere today. So in those days, they should have also been able to find it everywhere. So why didn't people just go anywhere and pick up Ajé shell and sell it? If that was what it was at the time, because it's supposed to be controlled right now. There was a time that you could not find the Ajé shells or where you're everywhere like you have it right now. And what used to happen in that time was on the Monday, Ijota and Pe Nijo Ajé, it is called Monday today, Ojo Ajé la ń pè. And also for pride and prestige, I really want you to know that Orisa Ajé is the only Orisha that has a name for it in the day of the week. There is a whole day that is dedicated to that Orisha. So it's not a joke at all. So back to that. There was the Ojo Ajé, that the Orisa Ajé itself, through the representative of Ajé, the Ajé priest and priestesses, the Ajé Olokun priest and priestesses, will come out with their cowrie shells that Ajé is blessing them with. They were like the custodians of what we call the central bank today. And then they come out with it, give it to the Awoba. The kings are the ones that was ruling in that time. They will give it to the Oba, and then people will have to get it as a gift or work for it as money. Now, hold that thought. Let me also introduce Ajé to you as a living being. Every Orisha that we have lived and walked the surface of this earth as a human being. I'm sure you know that. Every one of our Orishas, they lived on this earth as people. Shango was the first king of the old Oyo Empire, meaning that he ruled as a physical person. Same with Ajé. Ajé walked this earth as a living being. And Ajé is still a living being, even though he's no longer in this form that we have. But Ajé is a living being. The spirit of Ajé is living. If you understand that Ajé is living and the spirit of Ajé is living, then you would understand that if you want to have Ajé, it's not just a robot or an AI that you summon every time you want something. Because I understand those of you that are coming from the Abrahamic religion, you are very used to just summoning God. You just kneel down and you pray. I want this, I want that, give me this, give me that. You stand up and you go. And the moment you have it, you go and give a testimony. I got it. And the next time you are having a conversation is when you want to get something again. The proof that you have a relationship with your God is that He just gives you nothing else. You just give me, give me, give me, give me is all that you know. But you see here that you are coming to Ifa that you are coming to, Ìṣẹ̀ṣe that you are coming to, African spirituality that you are coming to. Our divine beings are living beings, and we treat them as such. We treat them like living beings that can move, that can talk, that can hear, that have feelings, that can respond, that can speak, because that is what living beings do. Let's skip back to when we studied integrated science in elementary school, elementary science, integrated science, secondary school, and all what it is. Now they told you the characteristics of living things, right? So Ajé is a living thing. Every spirit being is a living thing, and living thing has description and characteristics. So put your pen to your paper and write down the characteristics of living things. Please, I'm sure they are science students. It's not even science students. You are on this platform. Please type in comment section what the characteristics of living things are that you know. Type it. I need to know that you're understanding me. I'm not preaching. I'm not a preacher. I'm teaching you. We are both learning. So this is a class. And you on who knows the characteristics of living things? Ah, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? They can eat, thank you. What else? That's nutrition. They can grow. Okay, that's growth. What else? What else? What else? What else? Instagram people, what's happening? They can breathe. Instagram, that's respiration. What else? What else? What else? What else? Okay, let me help you. They can move. Yes. Let me help you. So we have this acronym that we were taught when we were in school, and they called it we had this acronym called Mr. Niger, and then there's a D behind it. How many people remember that? Movement, respiration, nutrition, irritability, growth, excretion, reproduction, and the D is death. But in case of spirit, they don't die, so we don't have death. It's just those seven, right? Okay. So we have those seven. So we're going to take it one by one, and you understand how it is with Ajé. Now, some of you are probably asking, Yanifa, what does um, biology have to do with Ajé? I need you to understand that again. Ajé is a living being. If you want to have something from a living being, you have to have a relationship with that thing. It's as simple as that. See, life is not hard though. It is the people that was teaching you where you are coming from that will be speaking big English. All your pastors have turned to motivational speaker. Aspire to, transpire to. That is rubbish. Just listen. And let me explain to you the way I explain to the children at the IFA college learning IFA studies, 5-year-old children. Now, like I said, they are spirit beings, and you need to have a relationship. The kind of relationship you have with either physical being or spirit being determines what you are going to get from that spirit. Please share as much as you can. I need this streaming to go higher than this. We need about 100K plus people on this live streaming today. So do whatever it is you can do to get everybody here. Now let's continue. So you have to have a relationship with Ajé. See, when you see people, I'm not talking of people that are cutting corners and doing all of those things. When you see people that are naturally blessed with finances, Ajé is sitting with them somewhere. They have learned to have a relationship with Ajé. Ajé loves to stay with them. There's one video that went viral sometime of a South African actress or entertainer. I don't know what she is. She said in her video, she said, money loves me. Money stays with me. Money is comfortable with me. When money walks into the crowd, Money looks for me and stays with me because money likes me. I have a relationship with money. That's what you are supposed to have with Ajé. The moment you have that, you understand first of all that Ajé is a living being, and you develop a relationship with Ajé, you will stop looking for the next available breakthrough and miracle. You will stop looking for magic money. You will stop putting your hands into spiritual things that is going to either have side effects on you or your children or your loved ones around you. Because of what? Some of you, you are in my DM every day. You don't want to learn about Ifa. You don't want to do a divination. What you want to do is, how will I become rich tomorrow? And you're not talking normal rich. You are talking rich that we deruba wọn tó lówó gan pé where is this guy coming from? That's all you are looking for. And I smile at you because it's like you are asking somebody that, please, how do I get to 13th floor without going through the ground floor? If they catapult you to the 13th floor, somewhere along the line, you will fall down. I know that there are a lot of Yoruba spiritualists that do these things for people. I cannot deny that. But that's not what you need. If you understand this simple thing that we're going to learn today, your relationship with money will change. Your experience of wealth will change. So let's go into it. I said we're going to deal with Ajé as a being, and we're going to look at all the characteristics that Ajé has as a living being, and then we are going to look at how to develop a relationship with Ajé, how to grow it. Ajé is now becoming our friend. I'm introducing a new friend to you, Ajé. So I want to talk to you about my friend because trust me, Ajé is my friend. Those of you that you know me, you know that Ajé is shining in me and through me, and we are getting there every day. For those of you that have known me over the last 16 years on social media, from Facebook to Instagram and then now to TikTok, you know that my life is evidently showing forth Ajé, and that's how it should be for everybody. I might not be in Forbes list, but ibi t'Ajé bá mi dé yìí, mo kí Ajé, mo ṣèbà f'Ajé. So I'm introducing my friend to you, Ajé. Now you see this, my friend can move. Move. Ajé can move from one place to another. Ajé wants to move. Ajé is not stagnant. For those of you, Akagom, Abi, what did they call you? You just want to take, and just hold it to yourself. Selfish and stingy people. And you're wondering why Ajé is running away from you. No, now. Imagine you are looking for boyfriend and husband, and then they've told you that, you see that guy, the last 3 women he dated, once he has a wife, he locks her in the house. She can't go out. She cannot move. She's just on one spot. He will come and feed her there. If she wants to poop and pee, is that same place. If she wants to change her clothes, is that same place. That's where she will sleep. That's where she will wake up. Please, how many of you are going to date the guy, no matter what he wants to offer you? No, you are not a tree. You want to move around. Even trees move in their own way. So Ajé wants to move. If you are not ready for Ajé to move, as he moved to you, let him move to other people. Ajé is not going to stay with you. You are going to be struggling for money. And that's why you say, no, you see this one I have, I don't want to share it. I don't want to do this because I know what I went through before I had it. You went through. Why we not went through before you have it? Because your spirit is already selfish. You will struggle to get it. You are looking for a wife that you will lock in one place. You're now saying it's hard to meet a good woman. Oga, you want to lock her and sit down on one chair and poop and pee on one chair. Why would it not be hard for you to find that kind of woman? It will be hard. It's only those that don't know that will come. And the moment they find out that this is what you are doing with them, they run off. Ajé is the same thing. Ajé wants to move. So the first thing you have to change is change your dynamics about, I just want to have money. I just want to keep it. You are not ready to, or you have 1 million. You just want 10 naira to move. $10 to move. You don't know what we do for money. Everybody is doing for money. Nobody is sitting down and money is coming to them. People that are sitting down and they are dashing them free money. Somebody has worked for it. Money moved before it got to them. The next thing is R. R is respiration, like you breathe. You understand? Yes. Ajeteri yen omi is not a dead thing. Omi. He wants to take in air, breathe out air. Ajemi. Some of you are suffocating Ajé around you. You are just like this. No breathing space, nothing. Ajé is a living thing, it breathes. You see how you are in the house and you feel stuffy and you want to go outside and get fresh air. Yes. You are asking for money. There's nothing dynamic about your finances. Put up a financial plan now. There is nothing dynamic about it. The only thing you just want to, I want to build a house. Let me just have money to eat. And you're asking for Ajé. Don't ask for Ajé. Go and beg from those that have. If the only thing you want to do is to eat. You just want money to buy here. And you have to sleep with XYZ different number of men. That's why. Ajé will not find you and come and stay with you. You are suffocating it. Start with the physical projects that you have. Ajé is huge. It's more than just feeding and eating and buying clothes and paying rent. If that is the only thing you want to do with money, don't call for Ajé. Go to people that have found Ajé to let them give you the crumbles that is falling from their plate. I'm talking Ajé. I'm talking wealth, generational wealth. I'm talking economic and financial increase. That you will stand and you will be able to point to hundreds, thousands, tens, millions, whatever capacity of people and things that you are doing. That's the business that Ajé means. Olodumare did not send a single Orisha to come and represent money just so that you can eat and buy clothes and fix hair and buy gold. If that's what you are looking for, Ajé cannot answer you. You cannot experience the kind of Ajé I'm talking about here. So Ajé needs to breathe. Stop choking it. Stop. The next one is N, nutrition. Ajé feeds. That's the part you don't want to hear. Ajé feeds. Orisa Ajé, you need to feed it. It's an Orisha. It's a spirit. You need to feed it. In Yoruba culture, in Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, we feed Ajé every Monday. Ọjọ́ Ajé, every Monday we feed Ajé. All of you here. Yeah, can I get Orisa Ajé from your end? Yes, you can. Just send a DM or send a message via WhatsApp. All of you here, the only thing you know about Monday is to be hopping from one Instagram page to another. Ashe to every Ajé prayer. Let's do Ashe. Let's do Ashe. This woman is making a lot of sense. How can I contact her? This is this woman's page. So send a DM to this woman's page. You will find out on this page. You are just hopping from one Instagram page to another. Ashe, from one TikTok live to another. The only thing you know about Monday is to go and steal prayer. Is to collect prayer. You have become prayer collectors. This person has prayed. Ajiawa Yiri O Ashe. You are running to the next Babalawo's page to collect another Ajé prayer. There is more that we do with Ajé on Monday aside from to just collect prayer. We feed Ajé on Monday. It's a commitment. If you have a friend that is not eating, the Ajé in your house will start to have kwashoko when you are not feeding it properly. It's a spirit, you feed it. Feed Ajé regularly. As you are making out your what is it called? Your financial calendar. Oh, my bills, my rent, my this. Put money aside for Ajé every Monday. Put it aside. Here, we ask you to bring money, but we are not asking you to come and give money to God. Olodumare does not need your money. Ilé ayé la ti ń náwó. Money that is spent is on this earth. Your money, you will use it to feed Ajé by yourself. As you give to Ajé, they mention your name. Lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá ló ní ká gbẹ́bọ wá fún ẹ̀wọ̀n Ajé. So and so, the daughter of XYZ or the son of ABC is the one that asked us to bring Ajé to you, to bring food to you, Ajé. They have mentioned your name. Ajé has received that food, knowing that you are the one that fed it. Feed Ajé. That's N, nutrition. I is irritability. That's your the part of you that feels, that responds to stimulus. Let me use the term that they use for us in biology. The part of you that responds to stimuli. Ajé has feelings. Ajé can be happy and Ajé can be angry. If you have seen Ibiti Ajé ti ń bínú sí èèyàn rí, Gbese ni first name any. Some of you are wondering, you are working so hard, you are making money, your money is coming to you, but you just cannot figure out how the money is going. Let them tell you to calculate how your money is going. You cannot. You don't know. You cannot just explain. Some of you, the moment you hit a big project and you have made a profit of 5 million, that's when they will call you from your village that one grandma is sick. That's when your child will have to get to the ER. That is when something will happen. They wait for that money. They don't ask you question when you don't have money. Oh. They target when money comes. How do they know that money has come? They don't know. It's not like you tell them, but Ajay is angry with you. Ajay is feeling a certain kind of way about you. Ajay has feelings. Make Ajay happy. Make Ajay happy. If Ajay is not happy with you, the things that you are experiencing that is making you run from pillar to post is what will happen. Some of you, is your family that Ajay is angry with. It might not be you as a person. Yes, I'm not saying you are responsible for every time Ajay fights you. Some of you, it is not you. It's the choices that your partner are making or they have made. It's the choices that your father and your mother made. It's the choices that your what's it called? Your grandfather, great grandfathers have made. Some of you, you can't you set yourself up as an enemy of Ajay through the people that you slept with. You see, the first way to drain you of your Ajay is through sex. Don't let anybody lie to you. You are going in as a man, you are sticking it into every available place. Body count, you can body count. Your body count is more than your account balance. Yes, I see you. Continue. Then you are not asking me why is Ajay doing. And I know some of you are here saying, I know some guys who sleep with any kind of girl and money is coming in for them. You think Ajay is about money. That's where your problem is starting from. You think wealth is about money. I said some people are making shitload of money, but they cannot account for anything. They have the money. The money is coming in. They have big businesses, but look at their life with the income that they are making is nothing to write home about. Ajay is angry with you. The ways that this thing are going to, please, let's take this live to 10K. Thank you so much. Please, let's take this live to 10K. Please, can I come and see you at your school? IFA College is an online college. So if you want to see me in IFA College, it's in the online space. It's not a physical school. That is the reason for some of you. So I know the next question is, if Ajay is angry with you because of decisions that doesn't have to do with you as a person, how do you sort it out? Now, there are so many ways, but the quickest way and the shortcut that Eledumare has given us is to ask from Ifa. We would ask Ifa, what exactly is the problem? Why is Ajay against this person? Why is Ajay angry with this person? Why is Ajay unhappy with this person? Eledumare will tell us through Ifa what and what you need to do, and you fix it. Now, let me say this again. Some of you, it's not the personal decision that you made, but some of you are creating an enabling environment for Ajay to continue to be angry with you. You are not the one that caused or made a choice for Ajay to be angry with you, but you are creating an enabling environment that makes it easy for Ajay to continue to be angry with you. Your father and your mother has made wrong choices. Your spouses are currently making wrong choices that is against Ajay. Then you too, you are forcing it. Then you are keeping your hand down and say, what's that word they say? As we know spoil person own, person no fit spoil our own. In 2024, you are still saying that I cannot offend Orisa Ajé, you no fit do me anything. Continue. When you are ready to ask for a solution, I'm waiting in my DM. Ifa is waiting there for you to find out how you can make Ajay angry. Now, let me list some of the things you can do to offend Ajay. When you are looking for money and wealth, you came to Ifa. Ifa told you what and what to do. Ifa directed you to the things to do. You did them. And then you've gotten the financial breakthrough that you needed. You've gotten the presence of Ajé like you needed. Then you run off. You forget that Ajé needs to be fed. You forget that you need to grow that relationship with Ajé. You forget that there are things that you are supposed to do. You leave it off and you go. Then you only come back the next time there's a problem. No, think about it that you have a friend. You know, I told you I'm introducing Orisa Ajé to you as a friend. Imagine that you have a friend, and the only time you come to your friend is when you need something. And you feel entitled because at least we are friends. At least there was one day in 1974 that I gave you two cups of gari. So because of that, I can always come to you. How will you feel if you have a friend that only comes to you when they are in need? You might do it for them first time, second time. By the third time, you start to feel used. You block off such friends. We have so many motivations flying around on social media about such friends. That is the kind of friendship you are creating with Ajé. When you need something is the only time you come. You are not asking your babalawo or your priest or priestesses, okay, now that Ajé has answered my prayer, what do I do to continue to make Ajé happy? So that I will not be in a situation where I have to come again to come and ask. What are those things? Find out. Then, like I said, through sex, be careful who you exchange your body with, who you unite your body. You see, some people, they have gone to certain spiritualists that have put some incision on them. You see, that incision, it helps them to recognize someone that has Ajé and to drain it off them. Please continue to like and share and do all the good stuff you have to do. Thank you for the gifts. We are speaking about Ajé. So, the gifts that you are giving, Ajé will multiply it for you. Ajé will stay with you and develop a good relationship with you. Last year, Idumari. I've been trying to share on TikTok here, but it's not going through. Oh, please continue to try. Oh, please continue to try. Maybe it's your network. I see that other people are sharing. Right. So I talked about Ajé having feelings. Ajé can be angry. Ajé can be sad. Ajé can be happy, and all of those stuff. Now we have talked about M and I, then G, growth. Ajé is a spirit being that grows. Ajé wants to grow. So you see, before you talk about wealth of you want to buy house in Banana Island and you want to fly private jet and you want to own a please, what is if Ajé blesses you today with 1 million, what's your plan of growing that money? Some of you don't have. Where you are coming from, what they've told you about money is just ask and ye shall be given. So you've developed a lifestyle of you just always want to come and ask. The one Ajé gave you last year, how are you growing it? Ajé wants to grow. Ajé grows, it expands, it grows. That's what it does. Ajé that is in your life is having a stunted growth, but you don't understand that it is not as if Ajé is not with you. The growth of your Ajé has been stunted. You don't understand that. You think Ajé has left. You want to continue to come back and ask for more. He's not giving you more because the one you have there, what's happening? When Ajé finds out that it's not growing somewhere, it leaves. Ajé wants to grow. You have to create an enabling environment for Ajé to grow around you. Sit down as you are asking for money, as you are going to do your divination for Ajé, as you are doing your spiritual work to recover your Ajé that has been stolen away. Sit down and plan the growth chart of Ajé. It's not a spiritual thing, it's physical. Sit down, plan the growth chart. Several years ago, I have always wanted to own a university, but I know that it's not money that I will just snap like this and get. My father is not Dangote. My mother is not Michelle Obama or whoever it is that I'll be Oprah Winfrey. So I know that I had to grow Ajé to get to that level. It was part of the plan. Ajé sees your plan and understands what your future is with it. He wants to stay with you because he knows that through you it can grow. You have a friend that knows that this my friend is seeking for ways for me to grow and expand. Won't you stay with that friend? The friend that wants you to remain in the same place that they met you 2 years ago, are you going to stay there? You will leave. If Ajé stays with you for a while and finds out that it's not growing, it goes. These are basic, simple things. You wonder why you have hit money at one point and then it stopped coming. and then you are used to, you just have to pray again. It's not about prayer. This supreme being, the divine being that we call God, Olodumare, in whatever language and nomenclature, is not deaf. It is not. It does not sleep. It does not require all this shouting, and there's something wrong with you. It's like you are speaking to your friend, and you feel the need that you have to shout and shout and shout before your. If you are talking to your father and your mother, do you shout and 200 million times on the same thing before they hear? The moment you have said it to them the first time, they heard you. And almost always, Olodumare has answered you. And you know the difference between where you are coming from and here, when you ask Olodumare for anything, Olodumare responds to you with knowledge. Because some of you think that God has a factory in heaven. The moment you say, please, I need a bicycle, then God tells his angel, quickly go and fix that bicycle. Make sure the tire is better than DMX. And then he just drops it on you, poof. And when you say, oh God, I need a baby, then he goes again to quickly go and mold a baby, and he throws it into your belly, poof. That's not how it works. Can I get a handkerchief? That's not how it works. Excuse me. That's not how it works. So everything that you need for life, Olodumare has provided it already. Yeah. Everything that you need for life, Olodumare has made it. Before you came to this earth, he has sent the Orishas to put everything in place. Ifa contains all the things that you will need. He has put it in place. He's not about to do something for you. You are not breaking through into anywhere. Those of you that are looking for financial breakthrough, is it bank you want to break? Or is it somebody's house you want to break? Where are you breaking from? What's holding you where you are coming from that you need to break? You are not breaking through to anywhere. What you need is knowledge. You need to understand. Now, in the context of this, we are talking about Ajé. You need to understand and have the knowledge of what Ajé is. Understand how to relate with Ajé. Understand the things that you are doing that is upsetting Ajé. Nǹkan tó ń ṣe tó fi ń bí Ajé nínú. You understand how to foster that relationship. That knowledge is all you need. The car and the house and the Benz you are asking for, God is not the one that is just going to make it now. He's already there. The Benz you want to buy is in the car shop. It's not about to be created. The baby that you want to give birth to, the egg and the sperm that is going to produce that baby is already in this planet. It's not the child that they're going to give birth to tomorrow that is going to bring the sperm that you are going to use. Thank you. So you just need to understand that knowledge is what you need. And that Ajé you're asking for, the prayer you have been praying, you want to become a billionaire. This is the answer. Elijah is answering your prayers easily like this, but you will still live this life with you and still go to church each day. Another on Monday, you still go and tune to 7 a.m. What somebody cannot do does not exist, and you have prayer, and you have been the same prayer. Do you know since when you have been praying for money? No, think back at it. The same prayer you have been praying for money, it has not ended. Your father prayed the same prayer. Your uncle prayed the same prayer. Your auntie prayed the same prayer. Meanwhile, people that not go to church, they are there spending the same money. They are the ones employing you and feeding you. Those uncles that you are looking to, what do you think their prayer is more than yours? Those uncles that you are looking to say, my uncle does not even give me anything. You feel entitled. Where do you think they got their money from? They made Ajé grow. Ajé grew with them. All those old money children that their great grandfather made money and their grandfather made money, it's not prayer. They have sense to understand that Ajé grows. There's the spiritual part of it. Yes, once you have done that, this physical part needs to be done for Ajé to grow. If not, that money you're asking for, you will spend it, it will finish. Then your children will continue the same cycle. There are some of you that your father could rent a fine house. You lived in a good environment. You traveled. You went to good school. But you are here now. Your father did that. He gave you a comfortable life. But it was not enough to give you. You are starting from the same place. And some of you have already started setting your children to start from the same place. And you think God is your problem. It's not. Oh. Everything you need is here already. As simple as it is, look at the Odrifa. Think about how many centuries ago Ifa was put together. Think about how many things they are discovering today that is in Ifa. So you see that physics discovery that is coming now, that 10 years, is already in Ifa. So it means that Ifa already has everything. So that money you are looking for is already there, but it's you that have refused to have sense. So Ajay grows. We were on growth. Ajay wants to grow. Make plans for it to grow with you. Some of you will say, "Ah, when I have the money, then I'll think of what to do with it." Excuse me. Do you get pregnant and you say, when I get pregnant, then I think of if the baby is going to grow or not. That's when I'll start thinking of whether I'm going to feed well or not. No, make plans for this thing. Let this spirit Orisha we're talking about, let it pass by your house and look at you and see that this one is ready. Then he will come and sit with you, literally. Ajay grows. So we have done movement, respiration, nutrition, irritability, growth, excretion. Now, excretion is for you to pass out waste, right? Things that you no longer need. Pass it out. Ajay does that. So spirits do that. There are things that you no longer need, that doesn't align with you. Let it go. No association of you just have to hold it. I have a sentimental attachment to this jewelry, or no, jewelry is even okay, it's timeless. I have a sentimental attachment to this thing. It was my first boyfriend that bought it for me in 1990. You don't use it again, and somebody needs it out there, and you don't want it to go. There are some things that no longer aligns with you. Personal belongings, you no longer need them. It's time to let them go. If you have a friend who is eating and doesn't poop or pee, there's an emergency situation coming up. The person will be rushed to the ER. Some of you, you know why why money is not growing with you? You are in the ER. They are trying to force out waste product. Ajay is trying to force out waste product out of you. Because if it doesn't go, another one will not come. No, you see in your mind that my house is still big enough to contain other things. That's not how it works. Some of you, it might not even be um um material things. It might be certain ideas. Those ideas have worked for you. It has taken you from 100 to 10,000. Those ideas have moved you to having 500k, 600k in your account. Ajay wants you to let that idea go and pick a new idea that will take you to millions. But no, you are stubborn. This is what has always worked for me. I was the first person that started doing this business on Facebook, and you want to continue to do it. Other people are doing it. Maybe that is not what you need right now. How do you find out? An IFA divination. This is something that I do. The moment I feel like my finances is stuck, I ask Ajay, what's going on? You ask Ifa, what is going on? There are certain things that you need to let go. Ajay has to excrete some things out. Nobody will teach you this where you're coming from. So sit down and learn. I told you, get a viral. Please, are you still liking and sharing and tapping? That word sounds interesting every time I say it, but that seems to be the word they are using on TikTok. Instagram people, you know that you cannot give me gift on Instagram, but shall share. I love you all the same. You guys have been here with me from time immemorial, so two of us are one. TikTok people, please do all of the good stuff that you know how to do, and let's move on. So we have done excretion, and then the last one is reproduction. Reproduction. Ajay wants, we always pray that Ajay should multiply with us. How does it multiply? Through reproduction. Ajay wants to reproduce itself. Now, that is different from growth. When Ajay wants to grow, is an expansion that takes place in you. When is reproduction, reproduction is producing another one. There is no wealth you are looking for or you are creating in life when you cannot point to one or two people that you have reproduced money and wealth in them. Some of you, Ajay will just be barren in your life. May Ajay not be barren in your life. Ajay wants to reproduce. You have the capacity to reproduce wealth, but you have let this generation tell you that you don't owe anybody nothing. I don't owe anybody anything. Nobody owes you nothing. You owe people and people owe you. What's wrong with you? How did people owe you? What's wrong with you? How did you get to where you are if somebody didn't owe you and did something for you? I don't owe anybody. Nobody owes anything. I'm not responsible for anything. I cannot be duplicating. And then all the mentors and mentors, anything like that. All the mentors we have around, financial gurus or financial mentor, is money they want to come. They don't care about reproducing the knowledge of wealth in you. Make plans for it. Let Ajay know that the moment you come to me and increase with me, this is the plan I have to reproduce this financial freedom in other people. You have learned a skill. That skill has moved you from 10,000 naira or $100, £100 to 6 figures. Look for 1 or 2 people, reproduce that same skill in them. They don't have to be able to pay you for it. You are doing yourself a favor. Ajay is reproducing in you. We are going to get to the very interesting part, the practical part of Ajay in our present life. But this one is important. Some of you, the only person you want to produce wealth in is your children. That's an obligation. You don't have a choice. You have to do that. That one is for yourself. But look for other people to reproduce Ajay in them. Make out the plan. I know you don't have the financial capacity now, and the reason you don't have it is because of this mentality. Thank you very much. This lack mentality. Ajay does not is one of the things that upsets Ajay. No, you need to stop. Most especially those of you that were raised on survival. You think everything about life is just to get this one, get that one, swindle people. How are you doing with it? No, just ask yourself how. The only thing you can do with it is basic: feed yourself, clothe yourself, house yourself. If you are feeding yourself, clothing yourself, housing yourself, congratulations, you have done nothing. You are still on ground zero. If you don't feed yourself, who will feed you? I'm talking real wealth that will be, you can stand and say 2, 3, 4 people have done this for them. And stop this, I don't owe you. You don't owe me. You owe people and people owe you. Hold that thought. We'll get back to it. You owe people and people owe you. Ajay wants to reproduce. Map out a strategy for which Ajay will reproduce in you. Now, we have gone through all of these things. I told you, I said the D, which is death, is not included because Ajay is a spirit and spirit doesn't die. But let's go to the part of movement. Ajay can move. Instead of Ajay to die with you, he will move away from you. Eledumare will not let Ajay move away from us. If you upset Ajay, if you do not treat Ajay like a being, Ajay is the most prestigious of the Orishas. Remember the story that I told you? There was a particular ebo that Ajay did to make it become prestigious in this life. Orubueni. So you have to give Ajay that prestige. Treat that relationship with value. It's the most valuable relationship you need on this side of life. As you put your deities, orishas in hierarchy, your ori comes first. Nílé ayé yìí, Ajé ló tẹ̀lé o. Yes, you have your Ogun and your Osun and all of those wonderful orisha. Àmọ́ nílé ayé yìí, you need Ajé to be able to rúbọ to the other orisha. You need Ajé to be able to give ebo to your ori. So you see that Orisa Ajé, jókòó kó study ẹ̀ dáadáa. Read it and study it very well. Learn how to live with it. Learn how it works. Learn how to grow it. Read the different Odrifa that has to do with Ajé. Read the different Orishas that have to do with Ajé and benefit from it. Now, moving it further, this is a general thing. Whether you are an Isheshe person or you come from another religion, everything I said right now is something you can apply to your life. Can you tell us about the IYÁ AJÉ in London? Okay, first of all, I'm not even aware there is an IYÁ AJÉ in London, but I'm sure it's the same IYÁ AJÉ that is available everywhere. I will talk about that in a bit. Now, that is applicable to everybody generally. Now, to those of us that are in Isheshe, all of this thing is general stuff. Now, let's come home. Eloshe Ajé, go and get the Orisa Ajé done for you personally. Now, that Igba that they will give to you is not that when you open it, because somebody has said, I want Igba Ajé, the one that when I open every morning, I'll be seeing money inside it. Ogun owo lo ṣe o, àwa ò dẹ̀ ń ṣe ogun owo. Ifá ò kì í ṣe ogun owo. So ẹ lè ṣe àjò, ẹ lè ṣe àjò owó, ẹ lè ṣe ọṣẹ ajé, ẹ lè ṣèwúre ajé, ẹ lè gbé ètùtù fájé, ẹ lè gbẹbọ fájé, wọ́n lè bá yín ṣe oríṣiríṣi. Àmọ́ à ń ṣoògùn owó ń bí, ajé ò dẹ̀ kì í ṣe oògùn owó. Ẹ lè ṣoṣólẹ̀ tó bá wù yín, tó bá bá yín lára mu. But what I'm talking about is ẹ ṣe ajé sílé. Have that ajé. It is a representation. It is a symbol. It is not that thing that gives you wealth. It's not that thing that is going to be giving you money. Thank you so much. I don't know who this person is, Adeyi, but I love your encouragement on moving us from 10K to 20 to 50. Thank you. Keep sharing and keep tapping and keep liking. I'll continue to laugh over that word. It's funny to me. Just keep doing all the good stuff that you have to do. So ẹ lọ ṣe ajé sílé. Let Orisa Ajé be done for you that you can keep in your house. Now, for those of you that you don't want your family members to know what you do, or you live with people and you don't want to have the Ajé in your house so that they will not think that you are doing ritual and you are collecting everybody's wealth, you can keep it with your Babalawo or your IYANIFA that did it for you. But let it be done for you in your own name. Let it be done for you in your own name. So that when they are appeasing your Ajé every morning, it is your own Ajé that they are appeasing. Have a personal relationship. Now, it's not everybody's friend, it's your personal friend. Let Ajé be your best friend and develop that relationship with Ajé. Now, we're going to the other part, which talks about how to appropriate Ajé, in reality. How do I get? And remember that I said last week or 2 weeks ago that I was going to teach you about receiving. Everybody has talked to you about giving. All of you here, you can share sermon of giving. Especially those of you that are coming from church, you have heard giving a lot. But that part of receiving, because you have been giving. If you calculate your tithe and your offering since the day you were born, and the one that your mother used to give to you in children's church, if you calculate how much it is, and you invested it somewhere, only those in my boss. So why are you not receiving? Is it because church is a scam? Church is not a scam. At least, no, let's put it like this. The spirituality in Christianity is not a scam. I told you, Christianity is a form of spirituality that was given to some people. I don't know what they are called, Jews or Hebrews or Greeks or whatever. That is a form of spirituality that the divine gave to them, and it is not a scam. You cannot call somebody else's spirituality a scam. But you know what could be a scam? Is the religion that has been built around it, the organization on which that religion, that man-made thing was built on, the purpose for which it was done, you understand? So we are going back to giving. You have given and given a lot. Why are you not receiving? Is there any special thing you need to do to know how to receive? Now, giving is a verb. Giving is an act. Giving is something you do. You don't give automatically. So receiving is not automatic. Receiving is a verb. Receiving is an act. Receiving is something you have to do. Now, there are two sides to that. When you give somebody something, when I decide to give you this, my beautiful sippy cup, I'm giving. This is an act. You see that as I give to you, is moving towards you. That's not receiving, that is me giving to you. Hold on, TikTok. There's this code that we have to swipe. All right, just a minute. Okay, I think we got it. All right, so let's continue. So giving, when I give you this, right, I'm giving this to somebody here. You see, at this point, I am giving, right? This person hasn't received it, so receiving has not happened. Although I have let it go, I'm willing to give it. Until this person receives this act like this, that's when a receiving is complete. Now, they've told you in church that the moment you give, God gives back to you. As you give to God, He gives back to you. Yes, you give, and Orisa Ajé gives to you. The giving to you is not automatic receiving for you. You have to receive. Please, it's far different from Ajé. I want to do one, but I'm confused. Ifa is Ifa, Ajé is Ajé. They are not similar in any way. So to say are they different is to say complete yes. Ifa is the embodiment of knowledge upon which everything stands. Ifa contains religion, no, Ifa contains spirituality, contains medicine, contains physics, science, technology, relationship, marriage, marketing, computers, money, everything. Ifa contains is a universal embodiment of knowledge. Ajé is the Orisha for financial increase, for money, economic growth. So they are different. So if you have done Ifa, yes, Otishe Ifa, Otitefa is a different thing. You want to share Ajé is a different thing. They are two different things. Can Ifa bring blessings to you? Yes. Ifa brings different kind of blessings. Financial blessings that come from Ifa comes through Ajé. You understand? Yeah, so that's the difference. So where were we? I was talking about receiving. So there's an act of receiving. You have to collect before a receiving is done. They tell you the act of giving, but they make it look like receiving is just automatic. God just throws it on you. He literally dumps it on you and shoves it down your throat. No, if you don't receive, you have been given. It will be flying like that in the air. Let me explain to you in a very simple way. Imagine that I want to give you money and I write you a check. And I write the check and I hand it over to you like this. You have the check. The check is there. The value of the money is there. If you do not go to the bank to cash it, you cannot have it. Or have I given it to you? Yes. That check was given to you because you either asked for money from me or you worked for money, but I have given it to you. So you receiving it is your responsibility that you have to do. You have to do. So a lot of you don't understand how to receive. And that is why it looks as if, but I've been giving. They say givers never lack. Money, we are funny, okay, lumanwa, but you won't fun your look by. Okay, lower, but you are not receiving. You are fun. Forget about giving. Nobody's talking to you about giving. It's how to be able to collect like this. Where am I going to collect it? How do I collect it? How do I get my hands free so that I can collect? So that's the other thing we are teaching. But before then, let me answer questions for this first part. So Ile Ajé is a house for Ajé. Ile is house. Ajé is the Orisha. So there are different Ile Ajé. I cannot tell you what is done in anybody's Ile Ajé. I don't know. So that they will not say Ewa said we should enter into any Ile Ajé and go and do something. Meanwhile, some people are doing some nasty stuff and disguising with Ile Ajé. I will say that my own Ile Ajé that I know is the one that I know. So if you need anything that has to do with Ajé from me, I can answer to that. Now, irrespective of your um, geographical location, how far you are, spirituality doesn't have any boundaries when it comes to location. So whatever questions you need that has to do with that will be answered. Now let's go through Instagram and see if there's a question before we get to the second part of this. Yes, for those of you that answered my elementary science question, I see that your daddy did not waste money. That's good. So thank you very much. What else did somebody say? Questions? Is there a difference between Ajay? I've responded to you about that. Please keep your questions coming. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep streaming. Let's get this to 50K. We are going to 50K. Yes, please keep sharing. 50K is our goal. Someone says, how can I get it? I don't know what that it is now, but whatever it is you want to get, um, send a DM and I will be able to respond to you. Benefits of Ifa Ajé is not Ifa Ajé o. Ifa is separate, Ajé is separate. Ẹ má so wọ́n pọ̀. Ajé wà nínú Ifá, they are connected, you understand? But Ajé as a separate entity is what we are talking about today. What other questions? Please, if you have any questions about what we just talked before we go to how the present day life. But don't worry, we're still here. So ah questions. Oh wow, today's class was really very explicit. Looks like people don't have questions. like this. Just taught me something. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá o, àṣẹ o, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè ẹ̀yin náà. Oh, thank you for tagging your friends to ask questions or to be here. I've been trying to share. Don't worry, I think it's your network. Keep trying. Can you talk about the school? Okay, IFA College. You still want me to talk about IFA College? IFA College is an online university situated in Nigeria, online, operating from Lagos State, Nigeria. And the aim of IFA College is to teach IFA and Yoruba studies. Okay, it is the University of IFA and Yoruba Studies. And at the moment, we have 4 main courses. IFA Studies is one course, Yoruba Studies is another course, Orisha Herbalism and Traditional Medicine is another course, and Oshun Fertility and Midwifery, that is another course. I'll come back to the Instagram question. That's another course. So IFA Studies, we teach about IFA from the basic that you need to learn. At the moment, we have certificate course in IFA Studies and then the higher diploma in IFA course, IFA Studies. Now, the certificate course is a 13 weeks course. The higher diploma is a 25 weeks course. Now, as we continue to get every accreditation until we are fully accredited as an online degree award university in Nigeria, we will be having short courses. Once our accreditation is full and complete, then we'll be able to take a 4-year bachelor's degree course in IFA Studies. We'll be able to take our master's degree program in IFA and other research programs. So we're in the process. And what you're supposed to be doing is Emma Wure Funwa, Emma Shadura Funwa, Lashe Idumare, Ajiaran Walo, because we need a lot of money for this to be done. So for everybody that wants to be a part of that project, you can just send a DM and then we'll tell you how to go about it. It doesn't only have to be financial. You might have other forms of benefits or support that you want to give. That's what I was looking for. Other forms of support that you want to give to us to make IFA College a reality. This is the dream of every Yoruba person. It's not about me. IFA College, IFA University is going to outlive me. Years and centuries after I've gone, if this world as we know it is still in existence, people will still be going there to learn IFA. At least our children will stop searching for IFA on AI. I mean, that's ridiculous. That the only knowledge we have about IFA right now is in the online space, most of which was put there by the Southern American community. They have done a lot. But let's not forget the fact that what they have as knowledge has been watered down and diluted over the centuries. But we that we are the custodians and direct practitioners of IFA and we own these things, we are the ones that are supposed to be putting it out. A lot is going into research. I wasn't born in a family of IFA worshippers or traditional worshippers. No, my grandfather was a reverend. His own father was also a reverend. So information that I have right now came from a long walk of research and it cost us a lot. So you can join us when anytime you want to. Click on the link in the bio or send a DM to join the IFA College. Orisha Herbalism and Traditional Medicine talks about the part of IFA that talks about our health, our own medical practice. And we know right now that the health sector is one circle of calm and breathe. They give you medications and drop toxins and side effects. Imagine you are buying a brand that is supposed to take care of headache and you read the interactions and the side effects and it says stomach ache, dizziness, liver function problem, and in case of eventual death. I mean, how does that make sense? You are trying to heal headache, then the person stands a chance of still dying and having liver failure. They've put it there already. So when the liver failure eventually comes, they give you another thing again. It's just a cycle that never ends. So it's time for us to really know what the Orishas were given concerning healing. Just like we have Ajé that is given for wealth, certain Orishas were given certain things for healing. And that is what that course takes care of. Then we also have the Oshun Fertility and Midwifery that takes care of Orisha Oshun and our health. So we are still talking Ajé today. I'm scrolling up to see questions. This woman is making a lot of sense, unrefutable sense. Please, how can I contact? Okay, I think I've answered that question. Can I get Orisa Ajé from your end? Yes, you can. Just send a DM. Any more questions before we go to the second part? Thank you for answering. All the animals can move and respirate. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, I think we are done. YouTube channel, search for Priestess Ewa TV on YouTube. You will find that's where the replay of this video will be. So that, all right, I think. Now, let's move to the second part. We're talking about Ajé in our current everyday life and how do we receive. We're talking about that. We're almost at 20K. Please keep doing whatever you are doing. Let the gifts be coming in. I like those gifts, but I like the way they pop up on my screen. Yeah, thank you. Keep liking and keep sharing. Keep liking. I'm looking at you. Yes, you keep liking. So we're talking about how Orisa Ajé translates to this life. Now, let's start from this simple thing. Every time you need something, you pray to Olodumare to give it to you, right? And when Olodumare is going to give it to you, he doesn't come, excuse me, Olodumare doesn't come physically to give it to you. But when you receive it, you will always say thank you to Olodumare. Now let's come from the known to the unknown. When you pray and you say, God, please, I need a new car. This my old car is just messing up. And you know your salary cannot buy car in 2024. Then somebody just shows up and says, oh, I'm traveling out of the country and I don't know who to drop my car. And I just feel like I should give it to you. And that's the exact car you're asking for. The one you cannot afford. What will you say? The next time you want to narrate the story to somebody, what do you say? See what God has done. When you want to give your testimony, you say, I thank God. None of you will go to church on Sunday and say, please, let everybody thank Mr. Adeshola for the car he gave to our dear sister. Let's go to Mr. Adeshola's house and go and sing for him. No, you will sing and dance and give all the praise to God. That's how it works. In this side, we give praise, we thank Ifa. They say, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa ṣe ẹnu rere yin babaláwo, tí babaláwo máa yin Ifá, tí Ifá máa yin Olódùmarè. All of it is you go back to your babaláwo to say thank you. Baba, that's Ajé sacrifice I did last week. Ti Ajé tí mo bọ yẹn, àdúrà tí mo gbà, nǹkan tí mo béèrè, Ajé ti ṣe o, Ifá ti ṣe o, Olódùmarè ti ṣe. Nobody goes to the giver to say, let's begin to praise him. The best you can do is see the giver tomorrow and say thank you. It's between you and the giver. You are not announcing the name of the giver. Now, hold that thought. So it means that for every time that somebody asks for something from Olódùmarè, Olódùmarè needs a person, a physical human being, to be able to fulfill that person's request. For every time you make a request to Ajé, Ajé needs a physical human being to be able to fulfill that request. Every financial thing you ask for, one human being is needed to fulfill the request. Now, let's take it like this. Your sister is asking your daddy for a new phone. And he has bought the new phone. The new phone is inside the house. And your sister is in school. Her school is in New Jersey and you live in New York, or her school is in Ibadan and you live in Lagos. Then your daddy gives you the phone to say, I want to give a phone to your sister. I want you to buy the phone. He gives you money to buy a phone for your sister. As he's giving you money to buy a phone for your sister, he will try to give you transport fee. Then he will give you some extra money. Ìwọ náà gbà, arán ẹ ń ṣe ó jẹ́, ọmọ á máa ìwọ náà á máa rí ọmọ ránṣẹ́ o. Wọ́n á ṣe ìwúre fún ẹ, wọ́n á ṣàdúrà fún ẹ, wọ́n á tún fún ẹ lówó. The person that is giving you money to go and buy something for somebody else, and the person look at you tomorrow and you say, daddy, please, me too, I need something. Won't he give it to you? He will. He has. You have answered him. He needed somebody to do something and you did it. Now that is the way it is with Ajé and Olódùmarè. Every time anybody makes a request, Ajé needs a physical human being to do it. And the moment you make yourself available to be used by Ajé to move money from here to here. There is benefit for it naturally. Now think about it. You have 10 naira in your account. Your daddy wants you to go and share food for children on New Year's Day, to go around neighborhood to give out food. And he say, put a budget. And you say, I will need about 2 million naira to be able to feed everybody in the neighborhood. And your father gives you, is he going to give you exactly 2 million naira? No, now. He's an African daddy now. He will give you extra. He can give you like 2.5 million. Your account balance has gone from 10 naira to 2.5 million naira. You will remove 2 million naira out of it. You have extra 500,000. Please, are you not going to ask your daddy when it comes to after New Year? What's next? Valentine's Day. Maybe your daddy wants to share for the lovers down the street. Daddy, there are people down the street that they might want to do Valentine. That couple that just got married, there are plenty of them. Please, can we give them something? It is in the nature of your father to give. You will go and ask him again because you want that money to be transferred through your account, because there's extra that you will get. You understand it now? That is how it works with Ajé and Olodumare. Simple. Olodumare needs people to answer other people's prayers. He cannot do it himself. He needs people. And he doesn't shove things down people's throats. It's not as if he will beat you from your bed and say, oh yeah, stand up, go and do this. You are the one that will make yourself available. And the moment you make yourself available to Olodumare to be able to do for other people, automatically you have connected yourself to the source. Listen to that again. It is a cheat sheet. It is a shortcut. It's a secret that a lot of people will not tell you. You need to play God in the life of people. You need to play the role of Ajé in the life of people. I told you, Ajé moves, Ajé grows. It needs people to move. It needs people to grow. Money needs people. Do you know what that means? If you know the house of money and they say money needs people to employ, to run errands as dispatch rider, is that not where you're going to apply? If Mr. What's it called? If the malam down your house is employing somebody to come and work with him, and Dangote or Mike Adenuga is employing people, where will you go? You will go to the person that has money. Ajé is calling you to say, I need to use you to move money from here to here. People that help all those to move money, you don't know what they get. People that put their businesses, that front with their businesses for these guys that move money around. Don't you know the benefit that comes to them? That is exactly what Olodumare needs you to do. That is exactly what Ajé needs you to do. And that is the shortcut to receiving. It puts you in an eternal source. You are playing God in the life of somebody. A mother and her child are in their house praying for food to eat. You are constantly connected to Ajé, constantly connected to the source, to Olodumare, asking who is the next person that we are supposed to go. We are partners. You live in heaven, I live on this earth. They are asking from you in heaven, and you need somebody here. I'm ready. Okay, where else are we going next? And your spirit will direct you to, oh, there's this woman down the street who needs school fees for her child. And then you go there. She is praying to God. You go there. The moment you do it, she says, thank God. Haven't you played God in the life of somebody? And then how do you expect that the person that is playing God in the life of people will grow broke? How do you expect that the person that is playing Ajé in the life of people will go broke? How? It's as simple as that. It is happening every day. We are calling on God in whatever name that we know him by to bless us with finances and all of those good stuffs every day. Please, I have stopped seeing the emojis flying on my screen. Am I doing something? Like, share, and tap. So I would see the emojis flying up. Yeah, I've put it back. So that I will see the emojis. Those emojis is what is encouraging me. So please keep liking and keep sharing. That's what is encouraging me. Let's get it to 30K, right? So that is your fastest way to connect and remain connected to Ajé. You are playing God in the life of somebody. That is how Ajé brings itself to this our regular everyday life, this our present life. Now, so many of you will say that, oh, I've been doing that. I give to people, but how come Ajé doesn't bless me the way you are saying it? Priestess said, well, you make it sound easy because that's what it is, easy. It's your head that is complicating it. If you have been giving and you are stuck and you are broke, something is wrong somewhere. And you need to find out what it is. And one of the things is you see this our mind. It controls a lot of things. We don't give our mind enough credit in this side of life as to what it controls. Do you do consultation, ma? Yes, I do. Just send a DM or send a message via WhatsApp. You don't give your mind enough credit as to what it controls. You want to give to somebody, then you have to stand in front of everybody and announce it from XYZ. Next year, I'm going to be giving 50 cars, and you are there, you are not playing God, you are playing yourself. It is you. When they receive the car, they know that it's Chief Agbaje that gave them. You are not playing God again. You are doing your own thing. That's your business. Is it good? It's good. Are we going to appreciate it? We appreciate it. But you are not playing God. You are not playing Ajé again. You are playing Mr. Agbaje, and we have seen you. That's one you have given. You are using it to campaign for something, either directly or indirectly. You are using it to do what do they call it? What's CRS? Corporate social CSR. You are doing it for corporate social responsibility, and we know you. We have done it. Well done, sir. Well done, ma. We thank you. We love you. The people you gave appreciate it. But it has nothing to do with Olodumare and Ajé. I said when you are connected to Ajé in that point, you are playing God. You are playing the role of Olodumare in the life of somebody. They get out and they speak and they say, see what Olodumare has done. See what God has done. See what Ajé has done. Yet it was you that did it. That is when you are playing Ajé. That is when your source cannot run dry, because he has to give you before you give those people. It's as simple as that. Ajé is the one that wants to pass it. Somebody is sending you to do something. They don't call you and tell you, take out of your money and go and pay my child's school fees. That person is borrowing from you. Sorry, ya mi ní 20 naira. Bá mi ra coke tó bá ń bọ̀ máa fún ẹ padà. That's borrowing. That's not what Ajé does. Ajé gives you to give. Ajé is sending you on an errand. You are playing Ajé in the life of people. It is between you and Ajé. It's not public recognition. Public recognition, is it good? I don't have any problem with it. I'm not here to tell you and what your left hand is doing, let not your right hand see. Did they cut your hand? That your right hand will do something and left. That's not what I'm telling you. I don't have any business with that. I'm saying if you want to become connected to that endless source, one of the things you do not do is go around publicly announcing what you are doing. No, you don't. Then secondly, your mind, I said your mind plays a lot in this. Secondly, you don't give it out of necessity. Because the moment you start to give it out of necessity, you are the one that is giving. And then you will first of all grumble. Nobody owes you anything in this life. Nobody is coming to save them. Let them go and work for their own money. Let them do that. You are going to give the person. Then you first of all narrate the person's life history. Ibo ni bàbá tiẹ̀ wà ńgbà tó ń ṣiṣẹ́. Ibo ni ìwọ wà ńgbà téèyàn ń ṣe kinní kan. You have 2 legs and 2 hands and 2 brain. Right and left side of your brain is functioning. You are not doing anything. And you want to give. And see, just give the person and let the person go. It's okay. There's nothing wrong in asking people when you want to do stuff for them, that you want to know what they're going to do with the money, help them, guide them. But you and I know what I'm saying. The motivation from which that service you think you are doing for Ajé is coming from. It is a necessity. You feel like, if I don't do it now, they will say that I'm not doing. Who cares? If you don't do it, don't do it. Keep your money. But if you want to be connected to Ajé, and you want to play the role of God and Ajé in the life of people, it is not a necessity. It's an errand you are running. You have become a dispatch rider for Ajé and for Olodumare and for Ifa. You just do it. You don't complain. You don't grumble. You don't start to feel a certain kind of way when you are doing it. You do it freely. And then you develop a relationship with Ajé. You communicate. It's not every giving that has a reward. Look at me. Let me tell you for real. You've heard it before. It's not every giving that has a reward. Let me explain how that works. Oh, thank you for that gift. It looks lovely. I like the way it pops up. Whoever it is that did that, Ajay will multiply with you. Ajay will find you, and Ajay will stay with you. Keep liking, keep streaming, no, not streaming. Keep sharing, keep liking, keep tapping, and let's move this to. I'm learning this. It's fun. So, what were we saying? It is not a necessity. You do it like you are running an errand for Ajay. You are running an errand for Olodumare. The next one is you have to create a relationship before it works, because it's not every giving that has a reward. Let me now tell you. My father used to tell me something. He says that when you have a corn cob, agbado, sheragbado te there is the seed that you are going to plant again, so that next year you can ileragbado je, and there is the one you will eat. There are some things you are supposed to eat. It's food for you to eat. If you give out the one you are supposed to be, you have to be able to understand it. That is why they say he gives seed to the sower and bread to the eater. He gives bread and he gives seed. There are two different things. Like when the father of that boy we just used as example said, go and give 2 million naira to buy things for people in the neighborhood. 500K is for you. So if you now carry that 500K, still go and give to people, your account will be zero. Nobody is responsible for that. So the one that they will tell you, come and empty your account, until you empty your account on the altar, if you will trek back home. There's no transport fare. The bus driver is not going to say because you empty your account on the altar, except that is an instruction that it was Olodumare that put that instruction on you. It was Ajé that put that instruction on you to empty. The moment you step out, you cannot run an errand for Ajé and be stranded. It's not possible. I have seen people's life as a witness. My life is a witness. People are still running up and down to find out who is bankrolling, who is bankrolling, who is bankrolling, who is bankrolling her, who is financial. You understand which one am I supposed to give to myself? Oh, I think TikTok went off for a while. I just saw resume live or something. But please, if you can still hear me, let me know. On Instagram and TikTok, if you can still hear me, if you tripped off for a while, let me know the last thing you heard, if I'll have to repeat it. I don't know. I just saw resume live. I don't know what that means. So you cannot be connected to Ajé and be broke. You cannot. You can hear me? Okay, that's good. You cannot be stranded. You have a dispatch rider or you run a transport company. Can your driver be stranded on the road and not have fuel and be looking for fuel? No, now, before they move, you have given them everything. You've made a partnership with a filling station that will fill up their car. The battery is good. Everything is good. The driver is just running an errand for you. That's the same thing you are doing for Ajé. So you cannot be stranded. It's not possible. If you cannot leave the people you send out to do stuff for you stranded, oh, we're back. Yeah, we were off. All right, we're back now. If you cannot leave the people that you send to do stuff for you stranded, how much more? Ajé cannot leave you stranded. Olodumare cannot leave you stranded. So you need to develop that relationship. It grows to understand, okay, 10 people have come to ask me for help. Ask Olodumare and Ajé, which one am I doing? The moment you find the one you are doing, he makes it available because he wants to answer them. That's his job. He's the one that they are asking for, and he doesn't have any other person. And it's you that you have said, God, use me. And then you are there. He gives it to you to move it to them. That is how you do it. That's how it works. Find out anybody around you. Why do you think these rich, wealthy people, why do you think they are always all about, they just want to give anonymously? They don't want anybody to know. They want somebody somewhere to to be able to say God exists, God answers prayers because of them. You are the reason that somebody feels like, wow, I prayed in my house, nobody heard. I called on Ajay in my house, nobody was there. And then a stranger is answering me. Ajay answered them through you, is not you. That is an endless supply of every good thing in life. So you have to go and ditch that idea of I don't owe anybody anything. Nobody owes you anything. When you are praying to Ajay to bless you for what you don't have, Ajay is using somebody for you. That person owed you and gave it to you. Is Ajay the same as Olodumare? No. Olodumare is the creator of heaven and earth. Olodumare is the supreme being. In other religions, they refer to Olodumare as God. Ajé is the Orisha for wealth and financial increase. I am using those words together because in this video, we are talking about Ajé. And whatever Ajé is giving you is coming from Olodumare. Olodumare is one that gave every Orisha the power and the gifts that they have. So if Ajé is answering you, that is Olodumare answering you for wealth and money. You understand? So now we have said that how to connect to Ajay, stay connected to Ajay, find it. For I gave this as an example to the children in the IFA studies for kids. But before I go on, let me answer this person. Is there any major difference between having Ajay at home and leaving it at your Babalawo or Yanifa's place? So the thing is, when you have your Igba Ajé, Totishe Ajé fún ẹ, you have to continue to appease your Ajé. So the most important thing is everywhere it is, make sure that appeasement is going on for it. If you can do the appeasement at your place, you can keep it there. Some of you will have the Igba Ajé, just a symbol representing it in your house. Excuse me, but your Iyanifa and your Babalawo are still the one doing the sacrifice for you. The most important thing is to do the sacrifice. Let the symbol be around you. Because when that Ajay, Igba Ajay is being done, there are so many rituals and sacrifice process that is being done that anywhere it is, it attracts financial increase. That's why you want it in your place. But if for understandable reasons, your Ori knows that you cannot have it with you at that time, as you do your ebo and your sacrifice to Ajay, it is still answering for you where you are. So you understand what the difference. If it can be in your house, let it be there. If you can do the sacrifice and appeasement for yourself, do it. If you cannot, let your babalawo do it for you. But make sure that you're doing it. That's what's important. If you can have it with you, is awesome. But I always tell people, as much as is humanly possible, if you can have your Ifa, your Ajete t-shirt with you, keep it in your house. Your Babalawo and your Iyanifa, they are human beings. Oh, trailer lè gbàrin yín kọjá lọ́la o. Kó wá máa wá bó ṣe máa gba ajé ẹ. Your babalawo can grow old, and the ancestors call him to that side, and then none of his children want to take over what, and then they are now looking for your Ajé among other people's own. In case that happens, can you do another one? Yes. If your Ifa is in your babalawo's place and you don't have a good relationship with your babalawo again, or they are no longer on this side of earth, ṣé wọ́n lè tún Ifá ṣẹ́ fún ẹ? Yes. The only thing you cannot do again is Itefa. Itefa is one for a lifetime. But your Ishefa, you can do it again if you lose your Ifa or if you don't have it where you can get it. How do we learn about Ifa? What's the cost? Ifa College, send a DM or click on the link in the bio to get to WhatsApp. That takes you directly to the admission office and you will get all the details that you need. The website is still under maintenance. I would have directed you to the website, but that notwithstanding, classes are going on, registration is going on every day. So we have talked about, let me see if there's any question. So we've talked about how you can connect yourself permanently to Ajay. Now, somebody might ask, But I know people that are rich and wealthy and they don't know anything about Ajé. So this thing that you're saying is not true. Please, can you ask them what they are doing? Because the one that I'm doing and is working for me is what I'm sharing with you. I'm not saying that it's only people that is connected to Isheshe that will have money or be wealthy. I'm not saying that. That person that you said doesn't have anything to do with Ajé and money is coming from him, please ask him what is he doing. Because everybody has what they are doing. You know. Like and share and keep tapping. Everybody has what they are doing to make Ajay. And you see that secret, most people will not tell you. This thing that I just told you now, a lot of your prophets and pastors, they know. They will not tell you. Then I feel like a lot of them don't even know. Because the truth is this. See, if you know this thing I said, and you start to practice it in your everyday life, and you are not like the people that will come here and then go back home and then be doing something else, and you start to practice it, it's a process. Once you have, it's like, let's go back to the dispatch rider thing. You have a dispatch rider that you give something, or there's somebody that is a personal shopper. Yeah, best case scenario, personal shopper that you are giving money to shop for things and give to people. The person makes their profit off it. You also give them. Now, it is not a service of, oh, you employed somebody, right? It is a somebody that is helping you, making themselves available. You take care of them, you give them things. They cannot run dry because money is constantly coming from you to these people. And the number of people that Ajay wants to answer, they are plenty. So the amount of times you can make yourself available for Ajay is endless. And the things that come to you from it is endless. So, which is why I tell people there is a whole lot to Ifa than just appeasement and sacrifices. There is the knowledge that you have to apply. A lot of you do your appeasement and your sacrifices constantly. That is just one part of it. The knowledge that Ifa is, the knowledge that is the part that we have been lacking in for years. Everybody, if you ask somebody to tell you about Ajay today or Ifa today, they will tell you about, oh, there is Odu Ifa. They will tell you about the Orishas. They will tell you about Babalawo, Etutu Anebo, Oton. That is all that a lot of you know about Ifa. And that makes up less than 1% of what Ifa is. If you want to set up accounting and finances and wealth generation and wealth creation, Ifa has it inside it. But you see, that 1% is the only thing that we have been focusing on for years. That's the only thing you know. There is more to Ifa than that. The knowledge of how to live everyday life. If physics is inside Ifa, why can't your finances be taken care of inside Ifa? You have done your Ajé sacrifice, or what is share Ajé fún ẹ. You have your own Ajé. Ajé has been consecrated for you. Yes. You are doing your appeasement every Monday. Yes. How do you now bring that into everyday life? These are the things I'm teaching you now. This thing I just said is what it is. There are so many people tí wọ́n ń bo Ajé. I'm sure Ajé is not looking for more people láti ṣí ojúbọ. Ojúbọ ta ní ti pọ̀. Babaláwo ta ní tó ń ṣe Ajé ti pọ̀. Ìyálájé, gbogbo àwọn olórìṣà Ajé, Ajé olókun priests and priestesses. There are so many. We have a lot of those ones already. I'm not saying they are enough, but on the scale of the practice and the knowledge, the practice is here. The knowledge is still struggling. It's still struggling here. And that knowledge is what can give you everyday life. There is nothing that appropriates to your everyday life in sacrifice and appeasement. That's why some of you will say, I've done the Ajé sacrifice, Ajé, the Orisa Ajé, wọ́n ti ṣe Ajé fún mi o. They have consecrated Ajé for me o. Mo ti ṣẹ́fà o. I have my own Ifa. Yet you are still struggling financially. I said it last week. I will say it this week again. All of you are on this bandwagon of Ifa, bandwagon of Orisha. We are going back to our roots. In 2-3 years time, a lot of you will start to call Isheshe a scam because you will not find the knowledge that is there. You will start to feel the same way you felt in church because what they did not give you the knowledge there. You cannot appropriate it into your everyday life. You came from a religion where they say, oh, I'm covered by the blood of XYZ. Okay, we have heard it. In your everyday life, how does that blood of XYZ and you are covered? How? I cannot see any covering on you. How do you appropriate it to your everyday life? They did not teach you there. You are coming to Ifa again. You have done your Eshefa. Your Odu is Ejiogbe, Iwori, Wolf, Ogbe Rosun, Odiosa, Odiosa, Odimeji, different Odu. That is your Odu that birth you, Abi. Congratulations. The Orisha that birth me, my head Orisha is Oshun, is Ajé, is Ogun. Okay. How do you appropriate that to everyday life? How? Oshun is your head Orisha. Atigbo. What does that mean? As you wake up tomorrow and go to work, what does it mean? Does it mean you'll be seeing Oshun everywhere you go? Some of you have even changed your government name to Ifafunke, Oshun Shalewa, Shongodoyin. Okay. Lẹ́yìn yẹn wá ńkọ́? After then ńkọ́? What changes in your life? You do your appeasement every Monday and every week. What changes in your life? That knowledge is still lacking. There is no shortcut here. Etishe Ajé, yes. What exactly? How do you appropriate it to your life? Those are the things I'm teaching you now. And that is what I just taught you. How to appropriate it to your everyday life. I just explained that to you now. Connect yourself to Ajé. Ajé needs people to move money from here to there. Let you be that person that Ajé will move money through. People are praying to God to answer them. Be the reason that somebody believes that an unseen God somewhere, a divine power somewhere can hear them and answer. People come to Ifa and say, oh, we are serving his Orishas, we are worshiping, we are paying homage to Orisha. Orisha does not have hand. He has hand, he cannot touch. He has nose, he cannot smell. He has mouth, he cannot speak. You that you are coming from religion where your God has hand and can speak, leg and can walk, how is your life doing? Tell me, regular everyday life, reality, what difference does that make? Ajé is no longer living with us. Ajé is a spirit. People have said the Orisa Ajé that we have, he has ears, he cannot speak. He has mouth, he cannot hear, be whatever it is. Let you be the reason that those Orishas come alive and they are living. Let you be the reason that somebody calls on Ajé and Ajé is answering them. Be the reason that we know that Olodumare is real, Ifa is real. He needs you to answer the cry of other people. He needs you to move funds from here to here. Make yourself available as that middleman in normal everyday life and see what it is for you. This is not a give unto God and hope he gives to you. There is no hope here. Nobody is asking you to have hope and faith. It's a very simple thing. Ajé wants to give money to your neighbor to buy shoe. You tell Ajé, I'm available. Ajé gives you the money and you give your neighbor. And Ajé is not going to give you for your neighbor and not give to you yourself. If you have a maid in your house that is running errand for you here and there, does the maid have to come and cry before they eat food? Does your maid have to come and cry before you buy them clothes? No, naturally you just do those things. If you, as a human being, as wicked and unreasonable as you are, if you can do that, how much more would Olodumare do? How much more would Ajé do if you make yourself available? It's that simple. Now let's move to the final part of this. The final part of this is where I get to teach you about giving. Let me see if there are any question. Is it possible to appease Ajé and still don't get blessed? Okay, that's the part where I was explaining to you. You have given to Ajé. Ajé does not owe anybody. Ajé will give back to you. Now, is it possible for you to appease Ajé, which means is it possible to give to Ajé and to not get blessed, which means to not receive? Yes. You receiving is not the responsibility of Ajé. When you give to Ajé, Ajé gives back to you. Ajé has given. You, are you receiving? I give you an example now. Please, those that said that they are not hearing me, permit me to fix this mic back. I'm not used to holding things in my hand. This bottle of water, somebody has come to me. The person has been good to me. The person gave me food last week. So I want to give the person water today. Or somebody has come to me to ask me for water. Now I want to give. I'm giving. This is the second person. I'm giving to this second person. I have moved my hand from here to here to give. Now, this person receiving is not my responsibility. The person has to open his hand and receive before he can have. So it is not the responsibility of God that you are, whether you receive or not, that one is on you. That's the last part of this. How do you receive? That's the last part of this. So is it possible for you to appease Ajé? Is it possible for Ajé to send you to go and give people and you should not receive? It's possible. Receiving is an act like giving. You have to learn to receive. And one of the ways to learn to receive, or like my father will always teach me, he says, if you want to learn how something works, you want to go into something, I'm successful in something, don't start by learning how that thing works. Go and first of all learn how that thing feels, how that thing does not work. Because everybody will teach you how it works. Thank you so much, that gifter, JD. You are just, I like that. Continue to share, continue to like, and continue to gift, continue to tap. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, please like and share. Let's take this to 50K. We're on 35K already. Let's take this to 50K and 100 if we can. So the act of receiving is a thing that you have to do. It is your responsibility to receive. It's your responsibility to receive. Thank you very much, King Xma. Xma, I think that's what it is. It's your responsibility to receive. So receiving is what we are learning. Now let's find the ways why people don't receive. Let's start from that. Receiving is an act that you do. A lot of people, you plan to give. You do not plan to receive. You do not make plans to receive. You do not sit down and understand how to receive. When you sit and you give your Ajé sacrifices, you allow Ajé to move through you, you allow Ajé to grow through you. All of these things, you have to have a plan. You write something down. Every time I decide to answer somebody, allow Ajé to answer somebody through me, I make the plan of what I want to receive too. Ajé, I'm doing this thing to answer to this person. This is what I want in return. You are specific about what you want. And you believe, you know that you are going to receive it. It is not a hope, you know. So, first of all, you see that hoping, continue to hope and have faith, exercise your faith and hope. That's not how it works. Somebody wants to give you something here to receive. Which one is hope? Where is hope? What is the place of hope? They are giving you, just take it. Which one is hope? So ditch that idea that I hope God is going to do it. Whatever you have learned about manifestation, this is where it comes into play. There is no hope here. This is real life spirituality. This is real life. So ditch that idea of hope. You want to receive, write out what you want to receive. Put it down. Let it be explicit. Understand it. Something that you need, something that you want. Now, you are a 15-year-old and you are doing Ajé sacrifice and you are giving to other people from the little they are giving you. Then you are now wanting to receive a mansion from Ajé and you want to receive Benz. Oyemi. I don't understand. I don't understand where that is coming from. Oyemi. That unrealistic expectation is the reason it does not come. A 12-year-old is asking his father for a car. How does he want to drive it? They tell you God can do the impossible. Dream as wide as you can. You can dream. I'm not asking you not to dream. Everybody is free to dream. But when you want to receive, when you are playing God, or you are playing Ajé in the life of people, or you are giving the Ajé sacrifice and you want to receive, it's not dream. Put your dream and your hope aside and let's talk real life. Let us talk about things that is appropriate to your present day real life. Those are the things that you are going to be asking for. Those are the things that you are going to receive. Those are the things that you want. Those are the things that you need. Put your fantasy in la la land. Now, somebody is saying, does that mean that Ajé cannot give you more than you? Ajé can decide to give you whatever he wants to give you. I'm not talking about giving. I'm talking about receiving. Now, when you want to receive, you want to take something. The next question is, what do you have the capacity to receive? Excuse me, I need a charger for this phone. 1 minute, please. I need you to help me fix the charger to this phone. The battery of this one is running out. What do you have the capacity to receive? This one. The battery is running out, so you need to fix a charger under it here. No, these white ones are here. You can use this. Then yeah, please keep sharing and tapping and doing all your good stuff. Let me fix this. So the next thing is, what do you have the capacity to receive? Ajé is going to bless you based on your capacity. Ajé is going to give back to you based on your capacity. The reason a lot of you have not been receiving is because you are asking for things that is beyond your current capacity. You are just being sorry. Ojú kòkòrò ló ń ṣe yín, olè ojú kòkòrò ni. You have not reached any point in your life. You want somebody to do spiritual work and Ajé should give you money that is Dangote. Dangote started yesterday, Abi. And Olubere. Your father does not have money, or your mother does not have money to say, or maybe you are going to carry the wealth in your house. Ajé will bless you. You will receive based on your capacity. Start with that one first. If you have a friend that you are just trying to know the person, that you are just trying to know your friend, you will try the person with, use this one here. Sorry, this, hold this for me. Fix that one there and this one. It will come from the capacity of, right? It will come from the capacity of what you can handle. Anybody that is promising you that you are going to give and receive something beyond your capacity, your current capacity, the person is lying to you. That's why they will always continue to tell you, have hope, exercise faith, no, do more. Maybe it's the next one you are going to give that God will be able to give you Banana Island. Kilo shele. You want, Ajé blesses you through your sources of income, through the things that you can receive. If you want financial increase and financial growth and you are giving to Ajé, increase your capacity. That capacity, what you can receive. You know, I told you about receiving. If your hand is like this, the hand of a baby, you cannot drop a whole box on it. The baby's hand doesn't have the capacity to receive it. That's an example. A lot of you, you don't have the capacity for the things you are wishing for. You are just wishing in la la land. You don't have it. So look at the capacity of what you have right now and then receive the blessings of that capacity. Ajé knows the level you are. Olodumare knows the level you are. He's going to bless you on that level. Let me give you an example. When this lady was doing her, what's it called? Guinness World Record race, the chef, the Nigerian chef, that lady's name. But you know her, the girl, the lady that won the Guinness Book of Records recently. Now, she had put a lot of into it. We all supported her. Her mom came to say something online. Her mom said, oh, she was, referring to their pastor of that morning program. I don't know which of those morning programs, but those morning programs that they usually have. She said, the pastor told us this week, he said, our children will make us great and our children will do this. She kept on stressing that. I watched an interview online. She kept on stressing. The pastor said this now. The pastor said that it's true. Did the pastor lie? I don't know. Is it a good thing to claim for your children? Yes, but please, what's that lady's name? Is anybody that knows? I don't want to be referring to her as that lady. She already has her fame already, so let's give it to her. She made us proud. I still cannot remember her name. Do you know the years of work that she put into being able to stand for how many days straight and be able to cook food that people will like? She created the capacity for it. Her mommy was not the only person that was on that morning prayer. Other people's children, to other people's mothers and fathers to want their children to make them proud. Their children is not creating any capacity for that prayer to be answered. She must have done a lot of physical stamina work to be able to stand. It's not about how good your food is, or that race that she went for. It's not about the person with the tastiest food. It's about how many hours you are able to cook non-stop. She and the gym will have been 5 and 6 for at least 2 years. She must have trained her body to be able to open her eyes sleeplessly. She must have been practicing it. So it is not because of what the pastor said per se. He said it to so many people. So it's not about, is Ajé going to bless you or not? The moment you give Ajé sacrifices, Ajé will bless you. The moment you pray to follow marriage, okay, her name is Hilda. Thank you. I just remember now. I get to show it to you. Her name is Hilda. So sorry, I'm not seeing your comments. I see the lot of people have mentioned her name. Yeah. So it is not about because Ajé you've done your Ajé sacrifice, automatically it should just come. No, your receiving is your responsibility. Create the capacity to be able to receive. You cannot be praying, this Ajé sacrifice is so that I am able to make the Guinness World Record of the person with, there's a call on that phone. That you are able to receive the Guinness World Record for the person with the longest marathon cooking, yet you cannot stand for more than 5 minutes. Ajé will give you because you asked, but do you have the capacity to receive it? No. Some of you are praying for, you are using Oshiaworo. You want people to be coming to your business and be buying from you every day, and people should just be coming non-stop. Yet in your store, it's only 15 items that is there. Some of you are praying that somebody should just, thank you very much. I just saw the names now. Some of you are praying that somebody should just come and give you 50 million naira. Yet you are operating OPay that has not passed tier 1. Níbo ló fẹ́ san 50 million naira? No, this is real life. Níbo ló fẹ́ san? Something is happening. Somebody joined the live stream and I did not approve it. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, sorry for the distraction, please. So You have to have the capacity to receive that Ajé blessings you are asking for. There is a receiving, and it is your responsibility to be able to receive. Now we're talking about finances. Some of you are asking for money that Ajé knows that the moment you have that money is that money that is going to ruin you. You see the way people act when they have money. Your mother is praying for you that you should not die untimely death. Ajé knows that the moment you have that money you are asking for, Instagram will not breathe again. Your neighbors are in trouble. That money will run you and run you into an untimely death. But Abiyamo ÌYÁ Ajé, she's praying every day. You don't have the capacity for that money you are asking for. That money will run you into trouble that you cannot handle. Before you pray for that money, now the act of receiving is to make sure that you have that capacity for it. That is the knowledge that Ifá will teach you that is beyond Etutuani àti Ẹbọ. Make sure you have the capacity to receive that thing you are asking for. If not, Ajé will give you. You cannot receive it. Your mother and your father are praying for you not to get into the wrong places. That money is going to get you into places where your hand will never be able to come out from. You won't have it. Has Ajé given you? Ajé has given you, but is hanging somewhere in the cosmic universal space. The day you are ready for it, you will get it. The day you are ready to receive it, you will receive it. The moment you give to Ajé, Ajé ò kì í jẹ̀yàn ní gbèsè. Ajé doesn't owe anybody. Ajé has released it for you like this. Ajé has dropped it. Let's do it like this. Ajé has dropped it. You understand? It is floating in the air. But you having the capacity to now receive it, the day you have the capacity, you will receive it. God does not owe anybody. This partnership I talked about between you and Olódùmarè, between you and Ajé, when you are playing God in the life of someone, when you are playing Ajé in the life of someone, he doesn't owe you your part of the partnership. You can't hear me anymore. Why? How? But the mic is still on. Why can't you hear me anymore? Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me now? I've changed the mic. If you can hear me now, please let me know. Yeah, you can hear me now. All right, that's fine. Instagram people, your own is seamless. I told you, I said you and I, our relationship is different. So you can hear me now. It's better now. You can hear me now. Okay, all right. So I was saying that the reason you cannot receive, one, that thing you want to receive is still in the level of hope for some of you. You are still hoping, you are fantasizing. It's not hope. We don't sell hope here. We sell reality here. So sit down and write down what you want to receive. Write it down in reality and start to manifest it. Ajé is not a dicey thing. Is it? Hey, will God answer? Will God no answer? Pray. If it is will of God, the will. When you ask for Ajé, Ajé gives you. He has more than enough. So he's not contemplating. Well, in fact, it is more willing to give you than you are even willing to receive. So move away from the realm of hope and faith, and let's continue to hang on this and this. Move to reality that thing you want in return, it is real. It's not something you are going to hope and long for. Let it be a present day reality for you. That's number one. Number two, have the capacity to receive what you are asking for. Some of you, as you are giving to Ajé, you want Ajé to bless you with a man. Àdúrà tí wọ́n gbà nìyẹn, ìwúre tí wọ́n ṣe nìyẹn. Olódùmarè 2025 tá fẹ́ wọ̀ yìí, èmi náà fẹ́ lọ́kọ tèmi, èmi náà fẹ́ láya tèmi. Àdúrà tó ń gbà nìyẹn. Kí kí wọ́n gbé obìnrin tó ní ajé lọ́wọ́, tó ní owó, tó ní ọlá, kí Elédùmarè gbé wá fún mi. Àdúrà tó ń ṣe nìyẹn, ìwúre tó ń ṣe nìyẹn. You are praying for Olódùmarè to give you. The ètùtù and ẹbọ you are giving is so that Elédùmarè can give you a man or a woman. Yet you have refused to go out. O kàn decide pé ò ní jáde rárá. You are sitting in your house, hoping that the man will jump the fence and come into your house. He will break your door and enter. You are not creating a capacity. Oh, you are like me. You are always online because èmi náà kì í jáde. Mi ti any time láti jáde. In that online space, people are sending you messages. You are not responding. You are the most rude and disrespectful girl. Nítorí pé o ti ra weave on 20K kan. O ti fi filter sí. You are now, I choose the people I want to continue. And then you now come at the end of 2025. Gbogbo ètùtù tá ṣe, all the ẹbọ we did, all the prayer we did, Ifá did not even answer anything. Ifá answered you. The moment you gave ẹbọ to the appropriate òrìṣà. Ìgbéraga wọn pọ̀, ẹ ṣe ìgbéraga yẹn ni. I cannot, I'm looking at the kind of friends that the kind of men that is speaking to my friends I have. I'm not asking you not to have description of the person you want to, but that person that you have described, some of you, paper list, if they ask you to write the list of men, they ask you to write the list of men, the whole of this paper like this, it will be full front and back, the characteristics of the man that you want to create in your dream. Am I saying such men don't exist? No. What is the capacity that you have to receive that kind of a man? What is the word that they use now? High-valued men. You want to receive high-valued men. You think that high-valued man is not praying to receive high-valued woman. Are you a high-valued woman yourself that you want to receive high-valued man? You have given to the Orishas. You have prayed that you want to have a man. You have done your ètùtù and ẹbọ. You have done everything. Wọ́n ti wúre fún ẹ. Elédùmarè has released that man. The man is here. They are not going to find him in heaven. He's here. But the man that you want to receive, there is a capacity to receive that kind of a man. He's not looking for ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ títì. He's not looking for somebody that is nicely dressed like this. Even you as a woman, when you see those girls, you're like, was God sleeping the day they created me? But let them open their mouth to talk. Empty. Some people speak. I'm not saying that you have to speak English eloquently like me or so many other people. Let it come with sense. Sense. Educate yourself. You want to meet a high-valued man. Begin to read and research. Educate yourself for yourself. There are things that these people too want. That man you are praying to receive, there is something that man too wants. So you have to have the capacity to receive. Receiving is something. I'm not the one that will teach you home training. People are saying, hello everyone, that's my mommy speaking. People are saying that you have to be patient and all of that. But do you have the capacity to receive it? Some of you are praying for children. Oshun has released your children to you. Oshun has released your children to you. Do you have the capacity to receive the child that they've given you? Oshun has released children to you. But that man you are sleeping with, you don't know the medical records of that person when it comes to reproduction. You don't know. Oshun has released your children to you. Before you can get pregnant, you have to make sure you don't have fibroids. You have to make sure your womb is not blocked. Because some of you are looking for miracle. You see that thing that you don't want to take responsibility for yourself. Let me turn it this way. You don't want to take any form of responsibility They have told you in church that God will do it, He will do everything. So you expect somebody else to be the one to go beyond the fibroid and the blocked tube and just drop a child into a womb that, no, now, Ifa has everything, helps to remove that fibroid. We have it. Koko lo yono. Your tube that is blocked, koko open no. Your man that has low sperm count, let us work on that sperm count. Let it increase. Stop looking for miracle that is not everyday life. Stop. Take care of the things you need to take care of. Find out what is happening first. Eloda Ifa, see some of you, Ifa is delaying you from having that child that Oshun has given you, because Ifa knows that the combination of you and that man you are married to, any child that is born inside that family is a disaster. Ifa knows that both of you together, you will be the trauma that your children will be healing from when they become adults. So many adults diagnosed with one mental, psychological, emotional issue on the other, they are healing from the trauma of their father and their mother. You have asked for a special kind of child from Oshun. Oshun has given you that child, but you cannot have it with that man that you are living with. Because the life that both of you will have will truncate the destiny of that child. Oshun has released the child, but you cannot receive it. You don't have the capacity to receive it. Please keep sharing, keep liking, keep tapping and doing all your good stuff. Thank you for all the gifts. You don't have the capacity to. So many times, it's not that Olodumare has not answered you. So many times, it's not go and have more faith. It is, do you have the capacity to receive it? Now, let's move from that. We have done two things. Second thing is, you see that thing you want to receive, that thing that you're going to receive. We need to skip to the part that, is it a blessing for you or a curse for you? Yes. If you put a 12-year-old child behind the wheels of a car right now, you want to kill that child. Yes. Some people, I said it, that thing you are asking for, is it a blessing for you or a curse for you? Sometimes you will not receive it because at this moment of your life, you do not need that thing. It's not going to bless you. It's not going to impact your life. It's going to ruin you. And there are some people somewhere that love you and they are praying for you. And because of them, that prayer cannot be answered. You cannot receive that thing. Now, the most important part of it, which is this part, a lot of you, internet has made you guilty of this. You have asked Eledumare for something and you want to receive. You have asked Ajé for something. Then you have, no, I feel this one will work to the end. You have asked Eledumare for something. You have asked Ajé for something. You have asked Ajé for something and Ajé wants to give you. Then you are on the internet. Somebody like you, a young girl of your age, 30 years old, she just built a car. And your first comment is, let them be saying grace, grace, grace there. Is it only he? It cannot happen. It's not possible. How can a 30-year-old girl own a car? It's not possible. It cannot happen. But you are also praying for a house and a car. If it is not possible, thank you. I love you too. Thank you. If it is not possible, if your spirit feels that it's not possible, so you see why you cannot have it. Somebody else has it. Your first comment is, let them tell us the man that is bankrolling her. They should tell us the truth. I'm not saying that everybody that comes online or in your neighborhood that buys a car and buys a house is real, they worked for it, or is the grace of God or whatever. That's not my point here. My point is your heart, your mind already believes that it cannot happen without it being sponsored by somebody or without it being juju. So how is it going to happen to you? Your own will be the first one, Abby. Because since it cannot happen for any other person, how do you want it to happen to you? So it means that stylishly, that car you are praying for, you are automatically praying for sugar daddy and somebody's husband or Yahoo boy to buy it for you or something. Because if you don't believe that Ajé can naturally and legit give it to other people, it means that you do not believe that it will happen to you. A lot of you are like that. Deep down inside you, you are saying thank God, but deep down inside you, you're asking, let them tell us what they are doing, Jerry. It's not the same work we two are doing every day. It's not the same online business we are doing. Where is it coming from? The moment you say that, I told you, I said, Ajé is a living thing. Ajé has heard you. You cannot receive it, even if it comes. How can you receive something you don't believe exists? You don't think it is possible for people to have these big things by just being blessed by the universe. You don't believe it's possible. So how are you going to receive it? And a lot of you are guilty of this. That's why I said your mind is the greatest tool in this. So I wish that the number of hours they are spending in those religious places to tell you to hope and to cajole you to bring money, I wish they are telling you the power of your mind and how Olodumare has done everything already. Let's even start with that. God will do it, God will do it, God will do it. Breakthrough into where? Olodumare has done these things for you already. He has given you already. It is you that needs to receive. You cannot come outside in a public place and shame something and expect that Ajé will come to you in the corner and give it to you. It does not work that way. How do I get a consultation? Send a DM or click on the link in the bio to get to WhatsApp and you get a consultation. Please continue liking, continue sharing, continue streaming. You cannot shame something in public and then come in private and think Ajé will do it for you in the corner. It's not possible. So stop it. Stop it. Stop that thing. Somebody has said God provided something. It's not your business. They know whether it's God that provided it or not. Nobody can deceive God. You cannot deceive God. Wọ́n ní èèyàn méjì ò kí ń pàdánù irọ́. Tẹ́ni tó bá ń purọ́ fún ọ̀bà mọ̀ pọ̀ ń purọ́ fún òun. Ẹni tó ń purọ́ mọ̀ pé òun ń purọ́. Two people cannot be a victim of lie. If you that they are lying to does not know, the person that is lying knows. It does not need. You have to, your mind has to be positive and big enough to receive. When you see it in other people, your first thought should be, if Ajé can do this for this person, Ajé can do it for me. Even if it's not Ajé that did it, it doesn't change anything. Is there an online IFA college? This is the IFA college and it's online and you can enroll either by sending a DM or clicking on the link in the bio. Please, ma, can you tell us more about the power of our mind and how tradition backs it up? Okay, so do you want me to open the Oduifa and tell you the part of Oduifa that says that your mind is powerful? Because your mind is a tool that Eledumare gave to you. Your hands. Now, let me explain to you what Yoruba says about that. You understand? I know a lot of you want to hear it from the Yoruba context. Now, from Yoruba context, which is the first topic that I teach children in IFA studies for kids, I teach you the concept of Ori, the concept of Owo, the concept of Ese, the concept of Aya. Ori is your head, Owo is your hand, Ese is your leg, Aya is your mind or your heart, or it's the same word that Yoruba used to describe your Aya or your okon, your heart is the same thing. It's all in the same description. And Yoruba is a descriptive word. So aya is here. You understand? Your heart is there. It's not your physical heart that is pumping that we're talking about, but like we always say, is a representation. Like when we say your ori is not this your physical head. It's just a representation of a spiritual thing. Same thing with your aya. Now, the concept of ori, let me quickly wrap that in. The concept of your ori, Olodumare narrated to us in Ifa that when a human being is coming from heaven, from Orun to earth, I don't want to use the word heaven, coming from Orun to Ayé, tí wọ́n ti ìkọ̀lé ọ̀run bọ̀ wá sáyé, a máa ń ya ilé. I always thought it's physical head. No, this your physical head is just a representation. This your physical head is just bone and skin and flesh that is covering it. Is it this your bone? This bone that when somebody dies, you see it in skeleton. Is that what is your ori that has spirits that is receiving sacrifices? That no, it's just a physical representation of the spiritual. It's not this your head that we decay. Tó máa jẹrà nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ orí kọ́ nìyẹn. So tí wọ́n bá ń ti ìkọ̀lé ọ̀run bọ̀ wá sílé ayé, a máa ya ilé àjàlá. Ilé àjàlá ni a ti máa yan orí. Àjàlá ní òrìṣà tó ń mọ orí. Ajala is the name of the Orisha that molds our ori, not this physical head though. Obatala was the one that created physical human body, but ori that contains your destiny. Ori tó mọ bí tí ẹni rè, ori tó mọ nǹkan téèyàn máa dà láyé, ori yẹn la yàn nílé Àjàlá. Àjàlá has so many heads that he has molded. Now you want to ask, so if there is a molder of the head, why do they say some people have orire and why some people's head good and some people's ori is not good and they have to come to the head to mold the ori? Nítorí pé wọ́n sọ fún wa nínú ìtàn pé Àjàlá yẹn onígbèsè ni, ọ̀mùtí dẹ̀ l'Àjàlá. Ibi t'Àjàlá bá ti mọtí, á mọ orí kórí, á mọ orí burúkú, á mọ àwọn orí kan wọ́n máa tóbi báyìí, òfo ni, kò sí nǹkan kan nínú ẹ̀. Tó bá ti mọ orí yẹn tán, when you mold with clay, you put it into the furnace or the oven to dry, wọ́n máa sun orí yẹn tó máa fi gbẹ. When it's completely dry is when it cannot crack. Àjàlá ò jẹ́ káwọn orí kan kó sun gbẹ, kò sun dáadáa. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ wá, wọ́n yan orí, wọ́n mórí nílé Àjàlá, wọ́n ń bọ̀ nílé ayé. Ẹlòmíì ibi tó ti ń bọ̀ láti ìkọ̀lé ọ̀run délé ayé, tójò ti rọ̀, òjò ti rọ̀ sórí yẹn, orí tí ò gbẹ dáadáa, ó ti ń sun, ó ti ń jinmi lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan. Òun làwọn èèyàn ṣe máa ń délé ayé tó máa ní orí tẹ́lẹ̀ yàn ó dáa ju tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ, ilé Àjàlá láti yàn. Tá a bá ti délé ayé, kò sẹ́ni tó rántí orí tóun yàn nílé Àjàlá. When we have gone to Àjàlá's house to pick ori, is your inner head, your higher self, yes. We don't remember the ori that we picked. But the person that was the witness when we were picking that ori was Ifa. Ifa was there as the CCTV camera, as the eyewitness that saw the ori that we picked. So when we come to earth, Ifa tells us the ori that we picked. He could tell our mother and our father through what we call Àkọsẹ̀jayé. Àkọsẹ̀jayé tó ń ṣe fọ́mọ, wọ́n á sọrú orí tó gbé wá sáyé. If you are not opportuned, how can one make Ifa divination for yourself? Your divination is done for you. You can't do it for yourself. Somebody has to do yours for you. If you divine for other people, you can divine for other people. You are not a diviner for yourself. You are a diviner for other people. So if you are asking, can you do Ifa divination for yourself? No, you need somebody to do it for you. And if your question means, can you have an Ifa divination done for you? Yes. Send a DM or click on the link in the bio. Please continue to like and share. We were talking about Ajé, but we needed to pause when, I kept on talking about the mind. So this is where the mind comes in from the concept of Ifa. So Ifa was the one that witnessed that destiny. Ifa will tell you what your destiny is through your Itefa as an adult or through your Àkọsẹ̀jayé as a child. Now, once you know what that your Odu Ifa is, you start to live your life. Now, when you come, your journey on this earth is not only limited to the ori that you picked. It starts with your ori Then the next one is your ọwọ́. This your ọwọ́, your hands. Wọ́n ní àtẹlẹ ọwọ́ ẹni báyìí kì í tan ní jẹ. Wọ́n ní ọwọ́ ẹni báyìí la fi ń tún orí ara ẹni ṣe. So the second part is your ọwọ́. Is this your ọwọ́ that you will use to remote that your ori, whatever it is? Even if the ori that you picked from Ilé Àjàlá, from Àjàlá's house, is good, you can still, Ifa allows you to do some adjustments here and there to that ori, to that journey, because Ajala, the molder of the head, is a drunkard and is a debtor. So while the people that he's owing money are running around, running after him, he can mold oriti oyekomo. And that is to tell you that, see, Ifa gives you reality. Ifa doesn't tell you that there are some people that are holy and righteous and there's nothing in them and we should be like them. See, all our orishas had their ups and downs. They had their shortcomings. They had the parts that were good. So don't let anybody pressure you into one holiness that does not exist, one perfection that does not exist. We don't sell that narrative here. I want to be like Jesus. I want to be like Jesus. Emma Tonrayin. Jesus ti wá, ó ti ṣe ilé ayé tí ẹ, ó ti lọ. You want to be like Jesus, yet you have married wife. Some of you too. You have children. Jesus is not married wife. You don't have children, yet you want to be like Jesus. Oh no, that's not what we're talking about. I want to be like Jesus in my heart. I want to be kind and loving and caring. Jesus is not the only person that was kind and loving and caring. So you don't have to be like Jesus to be kind and loving and caring. Ìwà ọmọlúàbí ló ń jẹ́ kind, loving and caring. You can be ọmọlúàbí and be kind, loving and caring. Jesus died for the whole world. Who can you die for? Ọmọ tó tinú ara ẹ jáde, you cannot die for your ọmọ that you gave birth to. Your child that you birth, that carries your DNA, you cannot die for that child. Yet all of you want to be like Jesus. Unrealistic nonsense. We don't sell that here. The only perfect holy being is Olódùmarè. And Olódùmarè is not instructing anybody to be like him. How? Our orishas are all humans. They have their shortcomings. They have where they did it well and where they did not do it well. And you are allowed to adjust it left and right. So your ọwọ́ is what you use to adjust your ori. That's the hand. Now let's go to ẹsẹ̀. Ẹsẹ̀, òun ló ń gbé ni débi ire. If your ori is good, and you have used your ọwọ́ to also adjust it to be good. If your ẹsẹ̀ is not ready to go in the right direction, your ẹsẹ̀ will carry this your ori to the wrong place. And that's what's happening to so many people right now. So just like I'm saying, your mind is important, your ẹsẹ̀ is also important. That direction and leading that you need, it comes from your ẹsẹ̀. You can pick a good ori and still come to this life and suffer. Why? Because your ẹsẹ̀ is taking you in a wrong direction. Who or what gets to direct your ẹsẹ̀ is Ifá. Ifá ló ń tọ́ ẹsẹ̀ ẹni sọ́nà. Ifá ni afinimọ̀nà. Ifá is the one that shows you the way. When you know the way, what do you use to move in the way? Is your ẹsẹ̀ that you use to move in the way. So that is what tradition or Ifá, like you asked, has to do with your ẹsẹ̀. Now your aya, your ọkàn, your mind, your heart is the one that you use to choose and decide and manifest. Aya yẹn is what you use to choose, decide and manifest. So your ori can be good. Your ẹsẹ̀ can lead you in the right direction. You can use your ọwọ́ to remove your ori in a good way, yes. But if your aya is not making the right decisions, your aya is not helping you to manifest the right things. Òfò ni gbogbo ètò kù já sí. It is this your aya, òun la fi ń yan ọ̀rẹ́. Aya yẹn la fi ń yan ọ̀rẹ́. That is what we use to pick our friends. Òun ni Ifá ṣe máa ń sọ pé ọ̀rẹ́ ẹni, òun ló ń bá ní pinlẹ̀ ọjọ́ iwájú. Ará ilé ẹni ló ń bá ní ná. Ọ̀rẹ́ ẹni ló ń bá ní pinlẹ̀ òwò. Ọlà àti ọlá, ará ilé ẹni ní bá ní ná. Your friend that your aya picked is the one that is going to help you build wealth. But your family members that you did not pick, that you are born with, they are the ones that is going to spend it. So your mind comes from, your mind is the most important part of those 5 parts that Ifa instructed us. 4 parts: your ori, your owo, your ese, and your aya. Where your mind is the most important. That's where your decisions is made. That is where all your ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́, that is where it comes from. Sùúrù, ibi tó ti wá nìyẹn. Ìtẹ́lọ́rùn, ibi tó ti wá nìyẹn. Your endurance, your perseverance, your manifestation, it comes from your aya, from your mind. So I hope I've been able to answer the question of the person that said, can you explain the power of the mind, backing it up with tradition? This is what Ifa says about our aya. Please continue to like. You guys have gotten us to 50K and I love you. I don't even know how else to say it. So please, can we make it 100K? Because I know you are learning things that nobody will teach you. You have gone to church for 20 years of your life. Who taught you that receiving is something that you can do? They've been telling you about hope. And this year again, you will go to church and say what you prayed for last year. You did not receive it. Pastor will tell you to give more and hope more. You are not having enough faith, Sister Esther. How are you measuring that faith? If your faith is enough, Brother Shola, you will receive that thing and let me know how to measure the faith and get it, because I need it. I've been increasing faith in the last 5 years. And you continue to stay with people that will be deceiving you. Yet these things, they are doing it. I don't like to say this in the public place, but I have lost count of the number of pastors and the number of pastors. Yes, what did the first say about your mouth? I'll mention it now. I've lost count of the number of all of your religious leaders that have personal babalawo. These things, they are doing it. And it's working, it's working for a lot of them. And those that don't know these things, they have other things that they are doing in shortcuts, and they are telling you to have faith. Somebody said something this morning. I was listening to somebody around me was playing a Sunday morning message. They were calling to that program to ask the pastor to pray for them on certain things. So they will call, and then the pastor will say, we are praying for this person. By this time next year, you should receive this and this and this. Okay. Then when they wanted to end the program, the pastor said, for this program to continue to continue to air, we need you to give us this. We are praying that God lays it on your heart to be able to give us this, and so that they will pay kilo shele. Ìgbà tá kì í ṣe òpè tí òun ṣe wọ́n ti forí wa gba pààrọ̀. I'm talking to somebody to help me pray about something who has not found a way for himself. Òun gan ṣì need nǹkankan lọ́wọ́ mi. And we are all praying to God. Kilo de kini. Now, I don't have a problem with the fact that we all need something. I just said it. We all need people and people need us. But you see that thing you're asking somebody to do it and let us see the evidence in your life that that's what you are doing. Those that you can see around you, àwọn babalawo tẹ́ ń rí, I'm talking genuine babalawo. You can see how they are contented with the thing that they have. Look at them. They might not be dressed elegantly and they are wearing Gucci or this, but nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ṣe assets, òun ló ń lọ níwájú yẹn. The assets that they have in landed property, in connections here and there, you will be surprised what they have access to. A babalawo does not need to stand outside every day reminding you that you won't have to give and the shrine needs to be replaced. No, I should ask him first of all, Ajé tẹ́ gbé síbẹ̀ yẹn, you have Ajé as a babalawo. Your Ajé is not answering for you. You need other people outside to come. It doesn't make sense. I'm supposed to question it. I'm not saying that you measure a babalawo by the yardstick of is he as rich as Dangote. You measure him based on the Ori that he has picked. Yes, the work that he has called to do. Ori gave him this work to do. How is he doing it without having to constantly manipulate and twist people to bring money? If that Ajé that is in his own shrine cannot bring the money to him, excuse me, sir, what are you going to do there? If your Babalawo needs to pay his child's school fees and he has to come and lie to you to collect money from you, there's a problem. So the people that are telling you and they just have to, you see, if you understand, I just explained to you now why you should connect with Ajé and give, to play God in the life of people, so that you can also be able, as you are playing God in the life of people, Ajé is responding to you too. It is for you. You are playing it in the life of people. I'm not saying you should come and give it to me. I'm not saying you should bring it to the shrine. When you bring it to the shrine is when Ajé will answer you, run me. If you bring sacrifice to Ajé, you are doing it for yourself. It's not for Olodumare and it's not for me. Because the same way I'm telling you to give sacrifice to Ajé, I'm also doing my own. The same way I'm encouraging you to look for people that that you will be able to answer them, to play God in their life. I'm also doing it, and it's working for me. I'm single-handedly in the process of floating a private university in Nigeria. Go online and Google, find out how much NUC requires from you to do it. I'm saying single-handedly because Ifa told me to do it single-handedly. So many people have come, let's join this project with you. I said no. Ori lo fi ran mi. Ifa specifically said you have to get to a certain level. Wàá ṣe débi tó ní àmì tó nípa before you put other people. I can beat my full chest and say I will do it. It's not as if I have the money sitting down somewhere. But I know that in the process of this, Ajé will not betray me. My Ori will not betray me. Olodumare will not betray me because I'm answering a call. Olodumare needs in this time for a school to be set up specifically for Ifa and Yoruba. This is the time that our ancestors looked forward to, that the knowledge of Ifa will be preserved. I told you what you will lack a lot in Ifa right now is knowledge. So many codes in Ifa that people in foreign countries are using to build a lot of things in technology, to advance a lot of things in medicine. We don't have it. It's knowledge. That one is not Etutuanebo. It's not Ishefa and Itefa. It is knowledge. And that is what Ifa College is doing. Eledumare desires that we have that knowledge. And I said, I am available to do it. And you think I will be broke. You think I will have to carry placard to say, support us. If you don't support us, you are not Omo Yoruba, now emotionally blackmailing people. I don't need to do that because I understand how these things work and I'm doing it for myself. People that Ajé will lay it on their mind, who will say there is something that is being done there. This Ifa project that is being done, I want to be part of it. They will come to me in DM and do it. Whether you refuse to do it or you don't do it, what Olodumare has to do, what my Ori has sent me to do will be done. Because why? A meetup fishing, I'm ready to do it. So I will not be here cajoling you and psyching up. If you do it for Ifa College, the blessing you will receive tomorrow. If you share this video, you are not sharing it because after you share it, somebody will share blessing to your account. You are sharing this video because you want more and more people to learn, because you have made yourself available to be a tool for more people to see it. That's all that you are doing. There is nothing hidden in it. If you give to this platform, Ajé has seen you as you are answering a call. Ajé will bless you. It's for yourself. If you don't give, Ajé will still do his work. Nobody is here cajoling you and deceiving you. Keep your money. Is your hard-earned money. You work for it. Other people are there working for their own. That's the difference. So it's either those your pastors and your prophets have not found the true definition of connecting to Ifa. That is why they need to twist you. If the reason they are telling you every Sunday is give so that you can receive, tó o bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ fún èèyàn lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹ kó ti gbọ́, àbọ̀rọ̀ là ń sọ fún ọmọlúàbí tó bá dénú ẹ̀ á dó díndín. Somebody is saying that buy a house so that next year you will not pay house rent. Then I'm now psyching the person. You have to buy it. If you don't buy it, it's kinikan. Is it not for himself is buying house? The only thing I will get is the commission from there. Timba tigba commission. Is it not the owner of the property? Is he not the one that is going to hand it over to his children? Kékeré ni tèmi nínú ẹ̀, tó bá wù kó má rà, ẹni tó má rà máa wá. So if the reason they are cajoling you and psyching you into giving money is so that God will bless you, when they tell you once, you to be have sense. Don't you want God to bless you? You will do it. But once there is a need to emotionally blackmail people to fight for it, the moment you hear people talking about don't give tithe and offering, they are there. Stop saying that. What? Wait. Who are you defending? Because I don't understand. Who are you trying to defend? Is it not for them? So let's move back to what you were saying. The reason you are not receiving. First of all, I told you that receiving is an act and something you have to do for yourself. So the reason you are not receiving is one, first of all, because your receiving is in la la land. Your receiving is a wish. What you want to receive, you are hoping, you are praying, you are shaking it. It is not in hope, it's reality. Set real things that you want to receive. Secondly, create a capacity to receive it. There has to be a capacity to receive it. Create that capacity to receive it. Thirdly, make sure that what you are receiving is a blessing for you and it is not a curse for you. Make sure that what you are receiving is going to give you a blessing. Make sure that what you are receiving is going to be a blessing for you. Some of you are not receiving it because your mother, they know that that thing, when you receive it, is going to run you streets. So they will not allow you to receive it. Now, the final part of it, before I take questions, is what is the reason that you want to receive? That thing that you want to receive, why do you want to receive it? A lot of you, your reason for wanting financial wealth and breakthrough and in fact to bless you is selfish reason, because you want to pepper somebody. I don't know when you became Atarodo and Shombo that is peppering people. I don't know when you became Cameroon Pepe. Your reason for wanting God to bless you is so that you can show. Go to your village people and just show them. Are you being serious right now? Really? At this stage of your life, with all the goals and plans you're supposed to have, the only reason you want, or the major reason you want to be blessed, is so that you can show somebody. It's so that you can shock people. You have become NEPA pole, transformer, don't shock. That's the reason. As funny as it sounds, that is the reason some people are going helter-skelter in search of, let this Baba do this for me, let this somebody do this for me. That's the reason. And it comes from a group of people that you don't have goal for, the things you are building for. The last thing on your mind is to shock somebody and pepper somebody. What for? What? Some of you are working hard now so that you can come and show us that you have made it in life. You think we are going to be on the same level you left us? If you meet us in level 10 and you want to come and show us, by the time in a competition with you. And that is why you will not have it. And some of you that have etifi gongonfa and konto, see, I would advise you here. I know that money is the driving force for anything. Let me give you an advice. Traditional religion, yes, it's lovely, it's awesome. But ba ṣe ní fake pastor náà la ní àwọn babaláwo tó ẹ pé don't let's say more than that. what they cannot do for you and their children, what they cannot do for themselves and their children, wọ́n máa gbé lé yín lọ́wọ́. There is spiritual knowledge. Ògùn dẹ̀ wà, ògùn dẹ̀ gùn, ògùn lọ ni. And there are so many ways you can manipulate spiritual knowledge to get wealth. Yes, it's real. That knowledge is there, that has been transferred from generation to generation. But let me just advise you. Nǹkan tó bá ti yà ni pé wọ́n súre fún yàn. Tó ti yà ni pé you are doing it to an able openly that everybody can see. Tó ti ń di pé ẹ lọ mú kinní kan wá, ẹ lọ mú kinní kan wá. Something that you cannot open your mouth and say boldly. You too, you know the moment you are crossing the line. Let me advise you here today, don't do it. Don't do it. Ifá allows us láti fi ọwọ́ ara wa ká fi tún orí ara wa ṣe, yes. Àjò, ẹ lè ṣe àjò ń bí, ẹ lè ṣe ètùtù ń bí, wọ́n lè ṣọṣẹ fún yín lọ́hùn. You can do this here and there. But nǹkan tó bá ti ń kọjá yẹn, anything that they are giving to you, that they are already attaching so many conditions to, you know, I don't need to tell you, you know, you have a mind that knows. Once it starts to become questionable, particularly first and foremost, you see anything that they tell you that is going to involve a part of a human body, a human sacrifice, a human life directly or indirectly, run away from it. The person doing it for you cannot do it for his children. They will collect the money from you. They will spend it. Ìjọ tí consequences bad day, it will only be you. That time, nobody will be there. And you know the funny thing, when the consequences are coming, the people that did it for you will not be there. And then those of us that don't know you, we don't know what you're going to pull, we now be pitying, and that man is a good man. Oh. He used to give money to people everywhere. Why is this happening to him? Do you know where they are coming from? I've explained to you last week. There is a difference between Babalawo, Adáhunṣe, àti Oníṣègùn. Ṣé ráwọn Adáhunṣe yẹn, àwọn ọlọ́pàá ń ta jù o. Babalawo ti ṣe awo. A Babalawo understands the things that he's doing. He understands that there is karma. Ó mọ̀ pé àṣegbé ò sí níbì kankan, àṣepamọ́ ló wà. He knows that the things that he's doing, his Ori is wrapping it up for him like this. He's waiting for him or his children or his family somewhere. You cannot do it and get away with it. A Babalawo understands that. He swore an oath of dignity, of sincerity, of integrity, of truth. Adáhunṣe has knowledge. He did not swear an oath anywhere. He does not care. Most of them, their life is a mess already. Yorùbá ń pè wọ́n ní àjẹgbodò tó ń wẹ́ni kúnra. Their life is a mess already. They don't care about nothing. And they are ready to mess up as many people as possible under the guise of Ifá. It is your responsibility to watch out for it. Anything that is not something that you can beat your chest and say, ọṣẹ tó bá mi gún, ewé báyìí ló fi gún, nǹkan báyìí ló fi sí, wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kí n máa wẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ ń lò. Tó bá ti di nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ lè fẹnu sọ síta, excuse you, think about it. Àtúbọ̀tán wà. Anything that is involving condition, and you go to somewhere, you will now promise them something there, so that every year you'll be giving them something. Ó dijọ́ tó bá máa béèrè ọmọ ẹ̀ kan. Ṣé ewúrẹ́ ló béèrè lánàá? Àgùntàn ló béèrè ńjẹta. Ó dijọ́ tó bá máa béèrè kan náà àwọn ọmọ tó bí. Some of you don't even care. You are not bothered. Ẹ ti bímọ, ọmọ yín ti pọ̀, you can let one go. You will be surprised what people do for money. There is the part what Ori, nǹkan tó rí ti yàn fún oníkálùkù ti wà ń bẹ̀. You don't need more than what your Ori has destined for you. You don't need more than that. The level of your wealth is not a show-off of how great God is. Let us stop this narrative of, it is the magnitude of somebody's wealth ló máa show bí Elédùmarè ṣe gbàdúrà wọn sí irọ́ ni. Nǹkan tó rí rán wa wá sílé ayé wá ṣe ọ̀tọ̀. Ìtorí rán ẹ wá ṣe yẹn, find it and stay with it. And the problem with a lot of you, like I said, is because you have not found what Ori called you to do. That Babalawo that has all of this spiritual knowledge and he's staying with what he has with contentment, you think he doesn't know what he's doing? Ó ti mọ nǹkan tí Ori yàn fóun, ó dẹ̀ ti dúró síbẹ̀. He has stayed with what Ori gave to him. Kò wá nǹkan tí ò sọnù káàkiri. Find out what Ori has called you to do. Manifest the Ajé for that level. Leave the rest to everybody. Dangote, Dangote, Dangote. If you live his life for one day, you will know it's not easy. If your Ori does not give you the capacity to handle that kind of wealth, it will ruin you. If you are not born with the purpose for that type of wealth, it will ruin you. You don't need it. Let them check Ifá for you. Nǹkan tí lágbájá ìfẹ́, nǹkan tí tàmẹ̀dù ìfẹ́, ṣé nǹkan tó bá orí ẹ̀ mu, ṣé nǹkan tó bá ẹlẹ́dàá ẹ̀ mu ni? Is it something that matches with his Ori and his ẹlẹ́dàá? Ifá says yes. Ifá gives you, Ajé gives you the capacity for it. But the moment you are hiding under, Shebi is a Babalawo that did it for me. Ifá is true, Ifá is right, this and this and this. See, there are things that we should not come to the online space to say, but you know what I'm talking about. Stay away from these things. Some of you, Ajé is part of your destiny. Great wealth is part of your destiny, but it's not in the now. Please, let's keep tapping. We are getting to 60K, and this is awesome. Thank you very much. That person, Adeyi, I really want to know who you are. You have blown me beyond my expectations on this live today, and I really appreciate it. KXMA, King Xma too. I don't know who you are, but you have done more than I expected. And as we are sharing this knowledge, the blessings that comes with making every other person see the light will definitely be yours, and you will know how to receive it, and you would have it. I will take the questions when I'm done. Like I was saying, stay within what is for you. Some of you, Ajé has been destined for you in the course of your life, but it is not yet now. There are certain things you need to learn to be able to handle the magnitude of wealth that Ajé has for you, that Ori has for you. You are still in the learning process of your life. Wọ́n ti dáfá fún ẹ, wọ́n ní kó ní sùúrù. Sùúrù yẹn is an abomination in your father's family. Èèwọ̀ ni, ẹ̀yin ò gbọ́dọ̀ ní sùúrù rárá. You want something now, and you have to have it now. All these aspire to transpire to respire people, they have wanted dà yín lórí rú. You just have to manifest it. You just see, ask. Man, life is easy. Life is easy if you understand what works for you. Life is easy if you understand what works for you. So stay within that thing that is your own. Stay within what Ifá has given you. Stay within what your Ori has picked. Dúró síbẹ̀. Dúró síbi tí Ori gbé fún ẹ. Stay within it. Don't look for something that... See, you might not pay for it in this life, but that is what is happening to so many of you. You are paying for choices that your mothers and your fathers made. That's why you are running helter-skelter. Don't make choices that your children will need to heal from in the process of money. Put everything together, but do not do more than you are supposed to do. So as we go to the end of this life, let's see if we have any questions. 1 minute, please. I need to take a bottle of water. 1 minute. All right. Yeah, so let's take questions. Let's take questions. You have learned today how to appropriate Orisa Ajé in your everyday life. If you have any questions, and then you have learned receiving. So you see now that it's not because Olodumare doesn't love you that you are not receiving. It's not because of that. It's because you don't know how to receive. Responsibility of receiving is on you. It is on you. And then the last part of that, yes, thanks for reminding me. What does Ifa say about your mouth? And it is very, very, what will I call it? It's very important in your appropriation of receiving too. This TikTok, this thing is getting dark. I don't know why. Tosin, please move from there. Tosin, move this way. I think the light, okay, yeah. I need the light from there. So your mouth is the other important part of it. Your mouth, the things that you say. You see this, your mouth, it carries a lot. It carries a whole lot of power. Everything we say, it has to do with the air that you are speaking words to. The words that you are speaking, they are spirit as you speak them into the air. I don't need to quote anything for you to know that. Anytime prayers are supposed to be done for you, they speak words. They speak words and it goes there to meet it. So you, that you are with yourself and you are saying the words, you have done all your everything you're supposed to do. Ajé is aligning with you. And you have sat down to write what you want to receive. Then you're now going back there. You are in the association of, no, I cannot use those words though, for myself. So I will tell you, you are the one that will join the band wagon of, your account balance is in the red. You are broke. The number of times you use the word broke to describe yourself is alarming, is scary. You have heard it before, it's real. They are not lying to you, it is real. They will tell you, if you live with a babalawo somewhere, they will tell you that, oh, they have some afoshe or something, and you should not play around it. Afoshe does not understand whether you're joking or you're serious or something. If you say any negative word, it will happen. Now, I need you to go with the consciousness of atẹ́gùn tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí, àṣẹ wà ń bẹ̀ from time to time. You don't know when the àṣẹ is flying. The same way you enter into the house of a spiritual person and you are conscious of the things you say, because you don't know what is speaking your words and stamping it. He does not know whether you are joking or not. He does not know. If the babalao that did it mistakenly says a negative word against his child, that's what it is. Solution is what they will be finding later. So that ashe, that spirit that carries that stamp, it is owa ninu ategun at every point in time. And then you choose to say the right things to yourself. Say it. It is not a, how would I put it, a fictitious thing. People will say, oh, I've been confessing the thing. I've been confessing and confessing. I've not seen any changes. It's a part of it. It's not the whole thing. You don't just change your entire life by just confessing. It's a part of it. It's not the whole. But it is an integral part of it. It is an important part of it. Yeah. It's an integral part of it. It's an important part of it. So you have to cultivate the habit of not just talking anyhow. If I come on this life now and I cannot, there are certain words that ordinary people can use that I cannot use. You'll be scared for me to use certain words because you believe that there is a spirit and a power backing up the environment I am. It doesn't only apply to people that are spiritual or that are people in authority. It applies to everybody. And then do not allow people to say negative things to you. You don't control what people say, yes. But there are some environments that you know that when you get there, you people are friends or you want to greet each other. You are calling yourselves were. No, key any for sharing in this time and age where people are carrying a lot of things around. Kenny for sharing ní ṣẹ́jú yẹn. Wọ́n wá pọ̀ rẹ̀ ní wèrè. And then 2 days later, you are wondering why he's acting funny. Then you blame it on the alcohol and everything that he has been drinking. and you don't know where those things come from, do not allow people to say negative things to you. People say it around. I correct it immediately. Immediately. I don't want it. I do not want it. Don't smile about it. It might come from people that are of higher authority than you are, and you don't want to sound rude and disrespectful there. But make sure that your spirit is cutting it out. It doesn't matter. Okay, yes, I know your account balance is 2 naira. We've already known. Must you repeat it? Do you have to repeat it? And this is not about a make it until you fake it thing. You know there's a difference between that and what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you to get to the place of people that will help you and then you start forming that you are rich when you're not. No, I'm saying do not use negative words for yourself. Don't use words that will contradict what you want to receive. You are learning how to receive. Use words that align with what you are receiving, what you want to receive. Words that align with it is what you should use. Those are the words that you allow to be said to you. These things work together. Like I explained to you how your ori, your owo, your ese, your aya works. Your enu is the other part of it that makes it 5. Those are the 5 first things that they will teach you in Ifa. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your ori, your owo, your ese, your aya, your enu, they work together. If you have come with ori to da and your enu is talking rubbish and your ese is directing you to somewhere else, is your ori that you came with that is good is a waste. It's not going to get you anywhere. So all of these things have to be together. Yes, ma. It has to be together to make it a success. So we have come to the end of this live streaming. You all have tried. 66? No way. Instagram, thank you for holding on. If you have any questions, you like my outfits, thank you so much. Good afternoon too. Questions. If you do not have any questions, like I said, there will be a replay of this on YouTube. Just search for Priestess Ewa TV on YouTube. There will be a replay of it. And if you have any personal questions that you cannot share on an open platform, just send a DM or click on the link in the bio. And as we end, we will always do our Iwure. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sincerely speaking, I am so grateful. Ọ̀la ni ọjọ́ Ajé, Ajé á wá wa rí, Ajé á dúró tì wá. Tá a bá ń jáde lọ́nà, á kó Ajé lọ́nà. Tá a bá jókòó sílé, Ajé á bá wa ń bẹ̀. Nǹkan tá a máa ṣe tá a máa fi bí Ajé nínú orí wa àtẹlẹ́dàá wa ò ní jẹ́ ká ṣe. A máa lájé lọ́wọ́ ni àní ní lọ́rùn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní ẹni tó bá ní ẹrú báyìí òun ló lẹ́rù. Ẹrù tí Ajé kó sọ́wọ́, owó ni o, ọlá ni o, ọlà ni, ó ti di tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ibi tá a bá wá ń lọ, orí odindi báyìí òun la máa rí. Wọ́n ní odindi báyìí ni atare ń di tiẹ̀, kò ń di tiẹ̀ láàbọ̀. Àní bá wọn dúpẹ́ tipátipá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Fún ọjọ́ mélòó tó kù ní ọdún yìí, ire àti ayọ̀ òun la máa bá. Ọdún 2025 náà á bá wa níre. A wà nílò nínú ìnira, ìrọ̀rùn ni Elédùmarè máa ṣe fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Thank you very much for joining. And next week, we are going to continue about Ajé. There's another part of Ajé that talks about manifesting Ajé like in your real everyday life. How do you manifest Ajé in your everyday life? How do you live it in a reality? After all of these things has been done, now you have done all of these other things. How do you manifest it and live it? Thank you very much. It's TikTok people, you did well today. And please, that person, that Adeyi, please, I might not remember to send you a message, but please just send me a DM. I need to know who the person is. Then for those that want to join the live sending invite, we will soon get to the point where I will be able to add people on the live. But right now, let's just continue to learn everything that we're supposed to learn. Thank you so much for being on the live. Now we get to the part where, okay, we have ended TikTok. Let's end this one.